Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thanks so much for joining us, and happy Thursday. I'm so glad you're with us. This is our sizzling summer savings sale. So we've got some big discounts, some great values, some brand new. What would you like to see off this show today? We've got an inventory full of great jewelry, and it's whatever you want to see that is going to go up in the next 3 hours live. So I'm so glad you're with us. We do have some brand new. We've got some returning icons that are here, including our 2-carat diamond band. This doesn't get any better than this. If you want a major band you can wear every day that is comfortable but beautiful but stylish but classic. I love that as a pink earring too, I must say. It is here back today after a long while without being with us, so we're so excited about that. We've got a really gorgeous ametrine. I've got new in Tanzanite in a pendant. I know that's something a lot of us have on the wish list, so we've got that for you, as well as maybe my favorite item of the night is perhaps Aqua. Sierra Santa Maria Aquamarine, but it's the cut for me that is going to really bring them a dazzling personality. So we're excited about that. And there's something giftable. Now, I know, fine jewelry, giftable, yeah, what are we, made of money? Well, actually, we've got something that I find, whether you're shopping for a little special something for yourself, you know that's allowed, right? I give you full permission. If you need me to sign a permission slip, I'll be happy to do it, because at these values, with this discount, you should be gifting things to yourself as well. We all deserve it, don't we? Life is hard, so let's just get that out of the way right now. We have a diamond necklace that would work for just about anybody. Last night, it was all about the DBTYs. I brought you the diamonds dangling. I brought you the regular. I brought you the yellow diamonds. Today, we have got a full necklace, but here's the thing. It's a solitaire, it's a big stone, and it's got the halo. So really traditional, very classic styling on that piece for you, as well as, oh, what else? Big opal wheel. We've got a trio of Australia's best, Lightning Ridge. We love them. We've got a great couple of Tanzanites, not just in the pendant, but also in a really fabulous ring. So also, I really want to encourage you to get requests in, because this is the sale event that basically we couldn't help ourselves. We had so much fun over the 4th of July clearance weekend. Thought we'd continue on at this halfway point of the year. Thought we'd give you some big discounts on any other pieces in the inventory, including the brand new that we bring out every single show. So hopefully there's, you know, something that you will fall in love with and need to have. So we'll help you out with everything. And again, get requests in. We got 3 hours. I've got about an hour's worth of jewelry to show you, to be honest. So it's really, again, I like to fly through the jewelry as quickly as we can, given what we do have, but that leaves you with essentially 2 hours to get your requests in. That means hopefully for, I don't know, let's just figure there's 100 people watching. We can give each and every one of you a couple of minutes with a request. So whatever it is you might be thinking about looking for and need an extra value on, that's what I really want to do tonight. So let's get ready to shop. We've got a great piece to start. Actually, something we don't see all the time. This is really, truly one of the rarest. It is a, oh yeah, that's a good stone. Now, take your guesses, because it actually could fool even the most, you know, really well known of gem collectors. And yeah, we're going to be without a light tonight, so it's okay. I'm not going to bother with it. We're just going to let it be. But in this stone, it's going to be, I mean, it's like, whatever. What can we do? 112-6432. And that is a really rare stone. Now, when you first look at it, what are you seeing? You probably deduce based on some color first. Well, it's kind of got a blue, green, gray kind of look. So what is it? Well, it's not pearl, because we see it's got this glow. So it's not a pearl. They would glow, but not in that kind of asterism form. But maybe you're thinking it's alexandrite, something that typically does around here give us a blue-green. Well, it's not that either. But it's really special. It's really rare. And I can honestly say, out of everything I have, all the rare I'm going to bring you tonight, that's probably the rarest of them all. So I just think it's kind of a cool stone to start with, you know, just one of those, hey, it's the first item. We're still gathering together. We're all still, it's like afternoon mode. We're just ready to hang out, look at some jewelry, and listen, if I can make it an irresistible value, you pick up the phone, dial in, make it yours. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy around these parts. But remember, we do have one of a kinds, and this is our one and only 112-6432, the grand reveal. It is a cat's eye Moonstone. It's actually almost like an asterism is what it feels like. It's almost trying to do more of a star effect than it is a real chatoyancy. But either way, it's something pretty cool. We don't see it all the time. I've been here 9 years. I can count on one hand the times I've had cat's eye Moonstone, and it's right here, right now. So that's our 90-pointer with 41 points in diamonds as well. And that's a good one. It's a cool piece. White gold only. Great designer style around it. It's got those 41 points in diamonds pave that are around the edge. This always reminds me of one of my favorite designs from a designer I know and love personally and dearly, and they did a whole line of the ginkgo leaf many years ago. They're still very trendy. They actually go for more now than they ever did when they debuted because they're so iconic and well known. That's what a lot of jewelry is doing. Jewelry is far more valuable now than it is when you bought it, chances are, because obviously the material cost goes up. So we love bringing you a stone like this, but it's a really cool, posh way to do a floral. That's how I like to look at this, is that if you like a floral anyways, well, this is like a bigger, better way to do it. It's kind of an exploded floral. If we were talking fashion, that's what we'd call it. If we were talking home decor, that's what we'd call it. It's a beautiful motif to get, but it's again accentuating that gorgeous glow that's happening phenomenally in that stone. So you get Moonstone, which usually is a transparent or really translucent stone. It's got a little more body color to this one, and then of course that really intriguing glow to the light. So really fun stone here. Let's blow it out, shall we? It's rare, it's unique, it's special, it's all the things. We're just gonna leave it in the white gold. We're gonna request to know your ring size. We're gonna get a little personal. We're gonna say, what ring size do you wear? And what ring size do you like? And where do you wanna wear it on your hand? And we'll make it delivered in that size so you are ready to go. But it's not going to be, no, not $24.99, I don't think so. We're trying to really wow you. And I think I can. I know, I think I can, right? We know we can. We can really make anything happen. And this is where halfway point of the year, I went through the inventory and said, let's move it all. I don't care if it's new, if it's old, doesn't matter. We're moving every piece of inventory we have, and then I'll make this, well, to prove it, we're gonna make it a lot better than even $19.99 or $18.88. I know that's, we tried to iris up for the light. I just went ahead and put it back on, so that's why it's got a little hot there. But take a look at this on the hand so you can see what it's gonna be all about there. Really check that out. See that glow that you get. You can see it's got a bigger size to it. Certainly the ring overall, that is. Ring size is a little bigger for me, so don't worry. It's gonna sit exactly like you want it to, right there where it should. But let's take it even lower than $1,500. The only one of its kind in our entire inventory. The only phenomenal, I really think it's more of an asterism here than a cat's eye, to be honest with you. I think it's a little mislabeled. Let's just show you here that if we block one of the lights, see there, you got that. If you block another light, well, you've got that. So it's not going to be $15, $14.99. Let's send it on out. A happy Thursday indeed. We've almost made it to the weekend. We are on our way. And we're so glad you're here to celebrate with us with the biggest discounts and values we have in jewelry, and this is the time to shop up whatever you need. And we're going to make it $999, or you could just always, if you're a gold buyer, you could just buy all the jewelry tonight and melt it for the gold, and you'd still be doing well. So that's not a bad idea either. But that is amazing. $899 only on that one. So first caller will get it. That's the deal. We've got a lot of one-of-a-kind jewelry as usual, so we're going to be seeing a lot of pieces go fairly quickly. So make sure you dial in. On the early side, we'll give everything about 10 seconds on the air at that price and then see it out the door. If not, we melt it down. If so, you get to do whatever you want. Wear it, enjoy it, treasure it, love it, or just, like I said, there's a lot of people in the business, they like to go ahead and buy pieces to resell because there's a huge profit margin to be made with these kind of discounts you're getting, and that is really important. All right, let's take a look at our yellow sapphire. We got 2563 here, another big blowout for you in our sapphire. This is a bright yellow sapphire. It looks like a spitting image of a yellow diamond, and yet it's going to be our 62-point marquise. Yeah, marquise cut. Oh, unheated. So that makes it extra rare. And again, we'll breeze through a couple pieces tonight. If you see anything you can't live without, you let us know. You get your discount. And if you would like to see something more tailored to you and your liking, well, you can always say the word. Will help you with that. But let's get this one out the door. It's a wider band style, but still with some open work. So not going to be too overdone, too heavy weight. It is 21 points in diamonds. They are bigger, let me point out, so you get that bigger diamond weight. They're mixed cuts as well. Well, when I say mixed sizes, I'm talking about the rounds are what you're getting. That dotted detail along the edges, that beautiful kind of carries that through. That's mill grain throughout the inside of the band as well. And then I've got one of the brightest yellow sapphires. I mean, I'm not afraid to come in even closer. To think that this didn't need any treating whatsoever because the color was perfect and the clarity was also, I would say, quite perfect. I'm not seeing anything on the up close level we're seeing here. So that's really important as well. And you can see that is a crisp, clean, bright. Stays in the yellow gold, really again, a tonal match there. And it's not going to be that $39.99 any longer. Sapphires that are unheated get extremely rare. We don't see many in any color. I don't care if it's blue or purple, Padparasha or pink. It's going to be really exceptionally rare when it is that all natural unheated material, which is what you have here. So incredibly important. Let's blow it out right now. That's what we do. And it's not even $9.99. $799. We'll try something different. Instead of just going under $1,000, we'll make it a lot more interesting for you and go ahead and make it $888. That way you've got your extra 10% off, taking it under that $800. So we got $799 at checkout for you. There is a new blue zircon piece coming up, and I know how we cannot keep a blue zircon of any kind in stock of late. We're going to have a new necklace for you that's going to be coming up shortly. Tanzanite Pendant again here. We do have a new yellow diamond piece that's going to get you a really good value on a lovely yellow diamond. I brought out even some fun whimsical pieces like our sea lion. You know he's back. He's one of the cuter critter pieces we do. He is with turquoise and diamonds, so we'll see that on the way as well. Okay, so that's our band. Let me give it a quick try on here for you. I think you know this band well, but we'll see it one more time before it goes to melt, and that's really the mission here. So a lot of pieces headed that way. If you see something you love, rescue it from melt, and certainly if you can't resist the value, you've got the good ones there. So that'll be $799 and change. Let me know if you like that, and there it is in utter darkness. Now we're going to also show you an emerald cut lavender sapphire. That's a really, it's so funny every time I see it, it looks like a purple diamond to me. So we'll have a lavender sapphire for you as well. So that's going to be on the way. We'll get to that here shortly. It's in a lot of gold as well. And then dial in with your request. Make sure, even if you missed, let's say we sprung this surprise sale event on you last night. So if you were able to catch up with anything, want to know if that piece from last evening is still here, well, just holler at me and we'll be able to find that for you. So that's a good thing to know. Now here is one of my favorite values. I might as well put it up early here. With about 10 minutes in, we've got a really cool stone. Now this is not the lavender sapphire I was speaking of. We actually have a lavender sapphire. It's a little more lilac in tone. This one's a deeper purple, and it's ironically called pink Diaspore. It is, when obviously there's a very, very high-end color here, because it's like so many stones, it's all about the saturation you get. So most pink Diaspores, if I had a standard one to show you, I proudly would. Just a really reminder, this is only a material that we got out of Afghanistan for about 30 days. That was it, 30 days, that was the run on the mine. It was then done. So there is not a lot of this material floating out in the world. We were lucky enough to get, I think we got every stone. So you never know, sometimes the miners like to keep one, they stash it, they put it in their pocket, and they go on their merry way. But as far as we know, we got all the stones here that were mined. So a really, really important gem here, only 30 days mined. It's a different type of diaspore than, let's say, the material that comes from Turkey. That's a little different. That's a color changing. Now this won't change color, but what it does give you is a lot of colors in one. And so what we call a pink is actually going to be a lot more rare here because it's got that purple shade. Take a look at it. We'll see it here. Come on over. I'm getting ready to try it on for you. It's our 98 pointer with 74 points in diamonds in item number 7651. So this is that ribbon style. I actually saw this with a really important Alexandrite last night that was gone in a hurry. Well, here it is in that pink Diaspore, which has more of a lavender tone. So again, there it is on the hand for you. So you've got 98 points here, just what we call the light 1 carat certainly is. And then you've got this wave of diamonds. It's actually going to be a triple row, but it goes from wider to more narrow as it meets up with that center halo, which only does create the illusion that that center stone is even larger. So giving you a look a lot bigger than even a 1 carat, and 74 points in diamonds. That's really close to 3/4 of a carat. So you're getting a good amount of diamonds, that's for sure. In the white gold, or change it if you like, but this is one of those rarities. And yet to get that pinky purple blue, and there's a little flash of red I'm seeing. It's got a nice intensity out of all the diaspores we've been able to bring to you out of this region. It is certainly the most saturated we've seen of all. The other ones I'd love to bring out, except they're already sold. They have found their homes, they've found their collections, and they're all part of that, probably hopefully being worn by some of our TVON collectors out there. But here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna bring this one down in price as well for you. Certainly make it affordable despite all the big diamond weight, but despite the gold weight, and despite the fact this is one of our rare stones I can share with you. And so now we get to take it all the way down. Remember this one that started at $49.99, right? We all remember that. This is a material that the first day out, when I introduced these, I don't think we sold any of them because they were really, really pricey. And as they should be, because when you get anything that's that rare, it should be pricey. We know that about gems. That's just how it goes, right? The rarer the stone, the more pricey it is. Especially when you get into bigger sizes or really premium saturation levels. Well, this is not $49.99. So now that we are saying goodbye to what we have, this is the last one that we've got here, we're saying goodbye in such a way where they're designed to go, and they should not stay here, and I cannot imagine this one being here in a couple of more moments. So dial in early if you love it. If you'd love to add this to your collection, still very wearable as far as a durability, so you don't need to worry about that either. Take a look at this. This is going to have, again, a lot of diamond weight there as well, and we're going to move it along. Now, if you want to change the gold, you can on this one, but I wouldn't. So there's the, just because you can do something doesn't mean you always should. Those are words to live by. Yes, that's your public service announcement of the day. But on this one, you can. So if that's the deal breaker, you're going, yeah, the white gold doesn't do it, well, go ahead and change it if you want. But that is our great value, and just again, really, really big blowout here coming your way. Only $9.99. And of course, you get $100 off. That's not a bad way to go when you've got, it's a 10% off deal. You're saving $100 with that price tag up there, and it certainly makes that one really affordable and one of our more affordable ones. Let's try it one more time in case you missed it earlier, and that'll be a great looking one only on that Diaspore. So from the Afghan region, and a really, again, I don't know where else you're going to find it. It's just a truly unique piece. If there is a museum, you'd rather have that sitting on display on behalf of you and your family, or your name under your name. That's entirely up to you, but it's only $8.99 if you'd like to get it. Then, are you ready to see our sea lion? He's going to be one last time. We took out some of the bigger gold weights just because if we're getting ready to melt, and we are still, again, melting any jewelry that sticks around after this tremendous discount, because that's the responsible way to bring more jewelry in the future that is new affordably. So it's a big advantage there that we can do that. But we also do have a lot of the bigger pieces here in the gold we're going to be seeing as a result of that. So this is what we're going to do. I've got the sea lion for one last call, one last chance. So that's what we're going to do here coming up. And then we've got, and it's with turquoise and lots of diamonds. And I know a lot of you have asked me about this, so I think we're ready for the discount on it. Call me if you'd like that for $8.99. It's one only. And then we've got our blue Zircon pendant as well. And that'll be here too. But look at this. This is the one I know everyone's going to be dying to see, because blue Zircon in a Rovell stone like this is really beautiful. And I might need my help here, but I do want to just refocus that camera here as well. So forgive me, I'm doing a lot of stage manager work tonight. I will be all night, so just forgive me. Might be a little distracted here, but let me just go ahead and refocus that camera while I hold it up for you so you can see what that's all about. And there we go. So that's all about just looking at it like you will in person. Great chain with it. That's a necklace included for free. When I say included, we didn't add in the charge. We literally give it to you with our compliments. It means free. So just a really easy way to go. 112-8821 is the item number. It's brand new. Doesn't matter. Don't take brand new as a signal that, oh, that's going to be that today's gold price, or that's going to be more money. Not at all. I'm taking every price down so we can just, one goal here. One goal tonight for the next 2 hours and 43 minutes. Move as much jewelry as humanly possible. That's the only goal. Just to really move the pieces, move them out. That's what we're doing. Platinum is here. Platinum, carat 30 on the blue Zircon, 3 points in diamonds among those two. Shared prong design the way they're set up. So that's really intriguing. And then we are so ready. So ready to get this one home. And do not wait, because those carat 30s, you know, anytime they go up over a carat, that's when they start to get extremely pricey. In this gorgeous blue, we say blue, but it definitely has that turquoisey blue. I think it's really reading properly on the air. It's a turquoisey blue. It's brighter than a diamond. It's got double refraction. We're throwing in a chain. It's everyday wearable. Let me show you from a distance away so you get an idea of the size perspective here, so you can see what that is all about. There it is. Boy, there is something about turquoise pops with every single color. It doesn't matter what you're wearing or what your ensemble that day looks like or what your wardrobe in general looks like. Here's the piece you wear all the time. 1/2 inch top to bottom. Let's take it on over to the neckline. Show you there as well. This is a fully adjustable chain, by the way. So not only are you getting an 18-inch chain, which is going to drop it to right about where I'm holding it, but you could make it shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And you could even go choker length if you want. You could do whatever you want, because you slide that little bead on that chain. And this is the chain that's going to work with absolutely everything. You can take it off that pendant and use it with others as well. So really a lot of versatility here in a chain that's going to work wonders for you and your pendant collection. But it's not even, oh, $28.88. It's going to go a lot lower. Do you see how that's just glowing? Just something about the glowing, gleaming of that bright turquoise sea blue we love. And it is awesome. Let's go back up close here. Again, chain for free. Can't beat that when chains are $600 and $700 right now by themselves. They don't always give you that freedom of adjustability, which is what's so nice about this one. And we'll do it for $999 instead. Then we got the big top of the hours coming up. We're going to see that band ring. We're going to see the most amazing earrings. Trillion cut Sierra Santa Marias. It's your chance to own the most important aqua in the world. We will have it. It is coming up. It's going to be one of our big top of the hours, so I cannot wait to see you here for that. And there we go. So that's going to be only $8.99. And thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Hey Renee, hey Carrie, hey Sally, hey Risa. Thank you so much. You guys are so kind. Good to have a few of you here with us hanging out early. Some of our most loyals, right? That's wonderful. I'm all about that. So that's really wonderful, and we don't take that for granted one bit. Appreciate those of you that can hang out with us every single show. Speaking of aquas, do have a really, really big aquamarine ring. Probably the one I'm most excited about today of all of our rings, and that is a statement because we got a lot of good ones, but there's an aqua here that is just the emerald cutting, the way it's set, you'll see. It is really spectacular. Now let's get to that turquoise, something with a little bit of a personality to it. I like jewelry with personality. Isn't that, after all? We do always have to have the classics. I think any woman's got to have a classic couple of pieces, like a diamond stud and a band ring, but I'm going to start with this one on the hand over here because, well, it's a pretty sizable piece, but it's not a brooch, so don't worry, because I know a lot of people are like, I don't know if I'm going to wear a brooch that often. This is a beautiful pendant where the bail is hidden right behind your gemstone, which in this case is a Sleeping Beauty turquoise. It's 111-8685, and again, happy Thursday. Holler at me if there's any questions you have or anything we can bring out for you or anything you're really hoping to see. We will make a dream come true, but that is a 1 carat round Sleeping Beauty turquoise right up top, and of course, not only is the piece whimsical, but I think obviously the way we've incorporated this gemstone material is also very impressive because of the fact that you've got this large sea line, and this is why we brought them out for one last chance, because this has got to go tonight. Otherwise, look at all this gold. That's the finishing in the back. That's the front. This is solid gold. We don't do any platings or mystery metals or anything like that, and people are still doing that and calling it gold when it's not. Just because it's got a layer of gold doesn't mean it's gold. We are talking about solid precious metal through and through. So this is one we would love to melt down, just because you could make probably about 10 different rings out of this one pendant, but instead we're just going to give it away here tonight. And let's take a good look at the scale here, because obviously it's 1.5 inches as you see on the graphics, but just to show you in ruler form here, and then even more important to see it on the neckline. He's got diamonds, which you'll see, that are basically like little spots. You know how they have their little spots, or I like to call them freckles, right down their back. Sometimes these sea lions are incredible creatures. They're just absolutely adorable too, I must say. As noisy as they can be, they're still adorable. And so yeah, they really are. I've seen many over the years, and they're just fabulous creatures. And yet this one just having some fun playing with this turquoise, which looks amazing. Here's what it looks like from a distance away on the neckline. Go ahead, Jason. Oh, good. The yellow sapphire's found its home, but you can see here how really good and large scale this is. So it's got a nice presence to it, that's for sure. And again, we talked about this with turquoise earlier. There's a turquoise stone. I mean, it goes with anything and everything, whether it's blue zircon or the solid opaque material that is the Sleeping Beauty's best. And again, we'll see it up close so you can see all the finishing, because it's got a lot of gold going on. So, and you'll see the diamonds a little bit better as well, the way they're done, because, well, give me a second here. I'm going to go zoom back while I just show you best I can. And then don't worry about the fingerprint. Obviously, that's going to be all polished up. So I've just been handling it. So there we go. I'm just, I mean, for as much as I've been handling this, I could probably go get a salary from SeaWorld, right? Just like, I'm the handler of the sea lion. I can't say I trained it to balance that turquoise, but I would like to take credit for that, but that's our jewelry setters who did a good job setting that. But there it is, and that's where our diamond eye, diamond spots, all burnished in to the back, and this is our last call on it. So even though it's been in previous sale shows and it's lasted, and that's because it was $19.99. That was quite a drop in price, but it's going lower tonight. Remember, I've got to reduce things a little more. There's enough of you that have seen the pieces and know the pieces. If you haven't picked it up already, just means the price wasn't good enough. So I'm going to make sure it is tonight. Otherwise, what are we here for, right? This is what we do. We bring you a great value, lowest price ever plus your discount. And it's not going to be $19, $18, $17, $16, $15, $14.99 for this amount of gold. It's really amazing. That bail is behind the turquoise, by the way. So that's where you're going to slip your favorite chain, whether that be your diamonds by the yard or anything else. Maybe you want to even pick up that chain we just have with that blue zircon and platinum. That would work too. Sterling silver, white gold, platinum, they're all going to work fine. So whatever white metal chain you've got, that's going to work. And we're going to make this better than even 14, 13. I'm going to blow it out right now. It is $12.99 only. That is it. And then you get it for $11.69. It's our very last call. It's our last time you'll see him. So again, it either goes to your house or it goes to Melt. So one way or the other, but this is almost like a sea lion rescue at this point, because truly you do not have another chance to say even tomorrow, bring him back out. And again, that's just what has to happen with these pieces if we're going to make jewelry going forward that's brand new and still very affordable. So that's what I would recommend. Taking those pieces, that's why I also say get those requests in too, and we'll help you out with those. But that is just, I mean, talk about a conversation starter. If you love the beach or love to take those vacations, or maybe love the sea life that is so really, I think, very popular here, whether it's seahorses we've done, incredible. I've done everything from octopus jewelry to designer seahorses to starfish to all kinds of amazing pieces. Well, there was a couple years ago I designed a shark piece. It wasn't for TV, but it was very popular as well where it was. And there's just a great nod to some very unique and unusual pieces. So $12.99, $11.69 at checkout for you with your 10% off. And we've got some bi-color. I would say it's my most whimsical, highest end personality piece of the night tonight. We are going to get to our lavender sapphire that I've told you about. Already saw the gorgeous pink Diaspore, which read very purple, but this is a true lavender lilac, except I would add one more descriptor to that, and that is that this has got a neon glow. Now, we wouldn't expect necessarily for pastels to be also described as neons, but when I talk about this one, I think it's really, and I'm sorry, there's that, we've been doing some construction here in the studio, and I have really struggled with getting these pieces cleaned up for you because there's some stuff in the air, so it's probably what's also contributing to my miserable allergies. But I will say right now that this is a very glow stone, so you're already seeing it a little bit. There's a purple color, but then you see these additional colors beyond just what you would describe as lavender. And it's a natural stone. It is one of those, again, we're going to dive into, just like we did with the yellow sapphire, where we're talking about, once again, unheated. So an all natural stone here for you. Really unique because it came out of the ground in that color and with that clarity, and then all that had to be done was the cutting to show that off. So the emerald cutting was chosen. Great choice to make there. The lapidary really knew what they were doing to really emphasize that great quality of that stone. But then it's a nice size. It's over a carat. You don't see a lot of sapphires that go over a carat. This is a 108. It is that lavender color. It's the only one actually we have like it in this exact color. And I know how popular this color is right now because in the Tourmaline family, everyone's been asking for this color. And I don't have any more except for one. Showed it last night. This is your incredible chance here to pick up a sapphire in that in-demand, must-have, beautiful, feminine, gorgeous color that still has a glow about it. Definitely. It's got that glow where you're seeing some blues, some light pinks as well. It's our 108 with 53 points in diamonds and item number 1122392. So that'll be a one only here. It's in a large amount of gold, of course. That's also important because you've got a wider band. And so lovely to see that value come through here on a wider piece of gold where there's a lot of great finishing on the interior to make sure that that wide band is still going to be very comfortable for you to wear. So that's critical. And then you have the fact that it's also going to be diamonds, burnished over a ½ carat of those, going all the way through and around and side to side, and then they scatter a little bit. You see how they get a little bit more dense where the center stone is, almost like it played a little bit of like gravity, as if that was just little kind of like skipping stones in the water. And so where there's a little bit of movement, that's where you're going to see that extra little presence of that diamond essence, right? That beautiful center stone surrounded by diamonds, but not in the traditional halo type way. So feels updated. It feels contemporary. Of course, it looks great on the hand here too. It's going to be any gold you want. We do have this available in yellow gold ready to go. So if you'd like me to take that stone, transfer it out of the white gold into a yellow or rose, we can make that happen. But there's a $59.99 sapphire. We really truly don't have many purple sapphires. I think there are 2 in the inventory right now. The other is really a purple. It's a deeper, more like amethyst color. This is not. This is that lavender that you see with that emerald cutting really pops. And if you're trying to collect the different colors of sapphire, well, this is a rare, rare, rare one to own. You can search for years and not find a lavender like this, especially being unheated. That really ups the rarity, and we're going to make it very affordable, like 1,900. Wait, let's skip it. Let's do better. I'm here to move jewelry, not keep it here. There are certain pieces that I just think I start to imagine because I watch pieces get melted every day when I'm here before the show gets started, and it's almost painful to watch at times because you know the kind of workmanship and the kind of labor that went into that, and it just almost, it makes you just kind of a little bit sad. And you think about pieces especially like this. Yes, there's a reason why you're going to see those heavier weights like we saw with our Lion Pendant. Now we're seeing with the Sapphire Band. You're seeing those heavier gold weights because those are the ones you want to seize when you're melting down pieces. That is where the big gold weight is. So this is where, again, you also keep in mind you're getting a better value for that reason. If we're blowing out that price, making it an extra discount on pieces that are made with more gold, that is a bigger deal to all of you. That means you're saving even more because that gold price continues to rocket up and not go down. As much as we all wish it would, it's not. So $19.99, well, watch me go the other direction from where we should be going on a piece with this much amazing style and gold weight and presence. It's not 19, 18, 17, 16. Time to let this one go. And we will make sure it does because it's not even $15.99. I'll make it easy right now. $14.99 first caller plus $150 off. And that will make it yours to own. But the really best of the best when it comes to a heavier gold weight, you've got the great diamonds all set within. There are only 4 prongs in the piece. And that's with all those different stones set. That's because just the center stone has those 4 prongs and the rest is all set into the gold, which is why part of, like, not only do you have a wide piece, but I always going to tell you guys, when you're burnishing diamonds, you have to have not just wide gold for the band to create that design, but you have to have deeper amounts of gold to set those diamonds in. We know diamonds are not flat. They're not flat. They are when they're rose cuts. We don't do rose cuts unless it's an older, like, vintage piece, right? Rose cuts are kind of the precursor to the round brilliant. Rose cuts are typically in estate pieces and vintage pieces and older pieces, and rose cuts are not something we do as modern gem cutters anymore. When we talk about round brilliants, we know they have depth to them. We know they have that pronounced culet. We know they have a pavilion. So you have to set each of those diamonds, and the bigger the stone, usually the deeper it is. So when you've got gold enough to actually set those diamonds into it, where I'm going to leave a sharp point that's going to drag across your finger when you put it on, you've got enough gold in the depth of the ring to accommodate those diamonds. So there's not just what you're seeing here from the front that gives you a lot of gold, but it's also that depth of the gold that's allowing, you see it right there from the side profile, the depth of that gold that's allowing it to be set where all those stones can be set flush finished. All right, so let's talk about, we've got a big Tanzanite. I do have one heart-shaped yellow diamond today. It's a big one. I never thought I would see the day we bring you a carat 20 in one heart-shaped yellow diamond. It's here. It's bezel set. We framed it. I'm just going to flash it here. It's not a small amount of money because it's a very important diamond, but it's rare as can be. And let me show you this one. Perfect necklace. Look at that. Heart shape. Wow. Wouldn't that be the most symbolic gift? And I've got a little, the chain is a little kinked against that O-ring there. Take a look at that heart shape. Yellow diamond. It's a carat. What is that one? A carat 70? What was it? Carat 20. Carat 20 in that yellow diamond. So you've got a very big, important heart shape. So well done if you get this one. It'll be $13.49 at checkout. And then we've got a big bicolored tourmaline coming your way. Some pink tourmaline that looks like a pink diamond. It fooled me. I thought I had the biggest pink diamond I've ever seen. This is a gorgeous bicolor, pink and green. We've got the, I think our sapphires going out here. I can't wait to show you this one. Thank you. You got it. Here, look at that. That's the one I want tonight. There it is. There it is. That's my big piece right there. My best of the best. My aquamarine, my Sierra Santa Maria 760. Oh, it's almost the date. Almost. We're 6 days away. Should I save it for the 16th of July? Maybe we should do that. Because sometimes I like when the carat weight is a date. I don't know. I think weirdly like that. I'm a numbers girl. I think about those kind of things. That's silly, I know, but that's kind of cool. 8925. It is our 7 carat 16 on this 710 day. And it's 67 points in baguettes. We did break it down here and 31 points in rounds. So it's a very important piece. I just couldn't help it. I mean, it's amazing I went 33 minutes without showing that to you because that's how I wanted to start the show, but I also didn't want to scare anybody thinking that everything was going to be $8 million today. Because you know me, I'm not going to ask for $8 million, even if it does deserve it. How many pieces have I sold in my day that should have been 6 figures, 7 figures, and then I sell them for $29.99? And people don't think it's real. People think, oh, it can't really be that much. Have you shopped retail? Someone said to me the other day, that's really funny. You should stop giving those prices because, you know, I'm going, have you been in a retail store? And I literally sent them a screenshot of the piece and I was like, here it is. And it was literally more than I quoted. I mean, it was a piece I quoted. There was $32,000 because I've seen it at the retail store. I literally took the screenshot and sent it to them. They're like, oh my gosh, she's not kidding. It's really $32,000. What was I talking about? And I sold it for $3,000. It's not unusual for us to be pennies on the dollar of what something actually is somewhere else. And that's all about, we do things a little differently around here. We manufacture ourselves. We're not relying on 8 other people to bring us something and then having you pay for each and every step along the way. That's a long route to buy your jewelry, which means it's a pricier route as well, because every time a jewelry piece from start to finish, from the gemstone mining all the way to the cutting, I mean, you're paying for more than just the assembly of the piece. And usually there's a process that goes through many, many different hands to get to the finished piece that you see when you put it on your hand and slip it on. And that's the art of jewelry making. It's much more than just a great design. There's so many steps prior to that I think we get to, you know, seeing so much jewelry as we do, we take that for granted sometimes and don't realize the kind of effort that goes into every single step of creating the beautiful piece you see on the air. And again, as someone who loves gems and jewelry and really appreciates that these are Mother Nature born and raised before they get here with those gorgeous mountings around it, I think that it's something we need to remind everybody of, and it's why jewelry gets very expensive elsewhere, because everybody's making their profit and their living along the way, from the gemstone miner to the gemstone cutter to the people that do sometimes heat them or whatever treatment it received, to then the wholesale of dealer, from miner to dealer, right? It makes many moves, and that's just the gemstone before it gets to the jewelry manufacturer who designed and got the diamonds and made the gold casting and all of that process that I could be here for 20 minutes if I literally laid it all out. So that's what we're doing, is bringing you the finished piece that is so direct from us to you, where everything is done here in-house. It makes a difference when you come along to the price tag, and that's why if you haven't been around jewelry in a while, take a good look at what a really, just even a decent piece of jewelry, not even necessarily fine high-end quality like we have here. This is my 7 carat 16, call me early. I'm not afraid to give it away right here. I'm not a believer that you should have to wait till the end of the show. I give you a straight away price right now. That's the best. So it doesn't change. It's not going to get lower at the end of the show. Those of you that are here ready and early, you expect me to bring out the new and the hot and the latest and the greatest. And that's what I'm doing. And this one stays in 14 karat white gold. It's going to be that 716. Now we do have a diamond weight that's going to be, of course, 78 points overall. But we break it down because the baguettes are so enormous. And so we break that down. Even the rounds, they're very large as well. And you see, what I'm really pumped about is the color of that stone. And keep in mind, we have no light tonight. I'm not going to run back and forth a million times over. I'm just going to let there be no light and let these stones be, the diamonds are going to look a little wonky. They just will all night. So that's okay. It's 100 degrees outside and they don't care. So it is what it is, but the diamonds are not looking like they normally do because we are out of light. So that's the only issue there. So try to just remember that as you're watching this show and look at these gems, because you know what our diamonds are all about. I want this to be about the gem, and there you see it in that 14 karat white gold. That's how I'm going to stay in the white gold there. Look at that beautiful gem, and what should be, it's $18,999. What you should be paying, we will go lower. Let's take it all the way down. I got one caller who's going to take it, and isn't this great that on its first time out, brand new right here today, it's going to be dropped by 10%. And wait a minute, because that's not what you're taking 10% off. Jason, if you already love it, I'm so glad you're on the phone lines ready to go, because this one will be more than one person on the lines here, no question in my mind. It's just the best Aqua I've seen us do. We're talking about private collection, Sierra Santa Maria. That's your face-up angle, and look at it, and it will not be even $89.99. You can say yes at any point in time, and I will still give you the lowest price possible. And it will not be $8,000. And this is before your 10% off, which is going to be another sizable discount, as they all are. But I think that's the prettiest ring we have of the show. As far as new, I've seen a lot of these rings, but some I have not. This is really, from the moment I laid eyes on it, it was like, that's the winner. That's a winner, and it's going to go very quickly. And it will not be $8,000, $7,000, $6,000, or $5,000. I really am serious about blowing out. I don't care how good it is or how that price started. At nearly $19,000, I'm going to make sure it's a deal we can all get in on. Because my goal is for, if you're at home going, I love it, I do, I love it, that's my ring, I want you to be able to love the price right back. I want you to love us right back and love the price even more. That is my priority. And I know what it's going to take to get it done. And I think $4,999 will do just that. And then we could take $500 extra. But wait, before we do that, get ready for the markdown, because I don't want to leave any doubt. If it's here, if it's gone, we just need to make sure it does go. And I guarantee you there's somebody out there, I can't be the only one who's going, I love that ring. I guarantee you there's somebody else who shares the love for great aqua, who says, I'm tired of seeing the aqua with no color. Most of that material looks more like that wall behind me, where you're wondering, where is the blue? Why do they call it blue beryl when it's really just a colorless stone? And it's just there's nothing going on. I might as well go buy a rock crystal quartz. If you don't need color, that's what I recommend. Just go, they're pretty too. I love rock crystal quartz. I have a few, I love them. You can go buy rock crystal quartz if you don't need color. But if you really want your aquas, your aquamarines, to give you that beautiful bright, it's like a piercing sky blue. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this even lower. I will not stand the thought of this staying here even one more minute. Let's take a look at it. Get ready if you're waiting, because that is not going to last, and it will not be $49.99 after all. Forget about the 10% until I drop it yet again. We're going to take it even lower. I'll make this $3,999 instead. And that way, oh yeah, it's $400 extra off. So you get it for $35.99. Unheard of, but it's only going to be for one caller. Yes, and it's gone. Congratulations. They're going to love it so much more when they see it in real life too, because yeah, those diamonds are going to look better. Anyway, we've got aqua earrings coming up at the top of the hour, so let me give you a little preview of those. For anybody who said, well, I missed out on the ring, but look at the aqua earrings that are coming up today. That's in 19 minutes and 35 seconds. We're going to bring those out, and yeah, there's a match pair of those gorgeous trillion cuts, so make sure you stay with me for those. Top of the hour, not that far away. If you like emerald cuts like we just saw in the aqua, look at that. That's here too. Ooh, that's going to be a special story with that one. There's a reason this is out to play tonight, and I can't wait to tell you about it. That is my best ametrine I have ever brought to you. And I have the proof because of where it came from, in which vault and which part of the vault. So stay with us for that. And then look at this new yellow diamond. You want to see something fly. This one is so interesting because I had to look twice and then 3 times and realize, oh yeah, I guess it is a marquise. When I first glanced at it, I thought it was an oval. It is one of the wider, you know how marquise can be really, really, really skinny? They can be skinny minis, or they can be a little bit wider. This really has a proportion that's different than most marquise, and it really therefore looks more like an oval, and yet it is a fabulous marquise, but it doesn't have that real narrow kind of look, which is I think what turns people off of marquise often, is that they've got those real skinny little looks and then they're pointed. This is more like an oval. It's going to look therefore also a lot bigger than it actually is, and it's already big. It's 1128753, and this is the one and only new yellow diamond of the day. You saw last night we had the most incredible necklace. I think it still might be here if you're interested, but well, we had the heart shape. That was, of course, the pendant. Will show you the necklace, but this is our platinum piece with a 70-point yes marquise, but again, the most ovally looking marquise ever, and it looks fabulous because it is fabulous. It's a natural yellow because that's all we do, and I don't have a treated yellow diamond. I don't have an irradiated yellow diamond. I just simply don't bring those. So, and then next to it, you've got 30 points. And usually when we see bigger diamonds, we usually see something a little bit more bridal. This is a wider band of platinum. And so you're seeing it's got a very, like that way it kind of sachets across your finger as well. Has a little bit of that ribbon-like movement to it. So it's not as basic, straight across band. 30 points is the diamond weight. So you've got those extra diamonds, and then there's cutout details as well. And you've got all the white diamonds are simply pave. And what we're going to do is take a brand new item, mark it way, way down. This one is supposed to be $4,999. I don't think that's going to surprise anybody, but take a look at it on the hand here. It may, let's see, look at that. Yeah, that's a good look at it there. You can see how really wide it is, how it does this. It's a subtle curve. You see how it kind of dips and then goes up along this side. Obviously, you can have, put it on any way you'd like so that you decide which side you want it to be a little bit more upwards. But here we are with a really, really special look, and all you got to do, call me. It's not going to be $49.99. Let's make it a very easy deal right now. Platinum piece, marquise yellow. Cannot wait to see who's going to get it because I think this one will shock you. It did me. So I think, and I'm probably more of a a value seeker than anybody else, because when you do this for a living, and that's what you're known to do across the television airwaves for so many years, is bring value, you have a high expectation level of what is going to be that value. And so this is really something, I'm so proud of this. And yet it makes jewelry affordable in an environment when nowhere else could I actually say those words, especially when it's natural yellow diamonds you were looking at right here. So let's get it out of here for a better price than even, oh, I don't know, maybe $2,500, which is half off, or let's just keep on going. Let's just do that. Let's keep on going. This is it, guys. We're going to make sure it goes out in a hurry. It's not going to be $25 or $2,000 or $19.99. So I hope you're hustling. Hustle to that phone. Make sure you've got it in hand, because things are already going very quickly, and for very good reason, because this one's actually only $18.88. Then we got an extra nearly $200 off that price. So how about paying $16.99 instead? That's what you will do. And one caller gets it, oh, how I wish we had 10 of these, and I wish we had 5 of those aquas, and I wish we had a couple of the beautiful turquoise pieces. But this is it. One of a kinds throughout the show tonight. The exception would be some white diamond pieces, but everything that's in color, there's one only of like this one here, and that is fabulous color, because you have the brilliance of the yellow, and nowhere else you're getting that band for $16.99 if it was just so low, if it was just basic, if it was just a platinum band. That's not a small band, that's a wide piece. And yet all done up with the diamonds side to side, including the really big 70-pointer in that very ovally looking marquise. So you're getting a lot bigger look than what it actually weighs. And that's always a benefit when you're talking diamonds, because we'd all want to have the bigger diamonds. It's just the price tag that gets in the way. So let me know who's going to get this one, because $16.99, see, that 10% makes a big difference here and puts you in a whole different pricing level to get a wider band. And so that is one only. We'll give it 30 seconds. That'll be out of here. Then at the top of the hour, trillion cut aqua earrings. Those ones I flashed right after our aqua ring sold. And yes, the big ametrine. It's only the best one we have in inventory. It's that single stone that came out of a, well, I don't want to get too into it just yet, but we're going to talk about the most precious ametrine that makes even my previous gorgeous ametrines look like nothing. We are going to talk about the highest end queen stone coming up tonight. Also have Rubellite. There's a big reduction in a Rubellite stone that is gorgeous. So we'll see that, and anything else you want to ask for or collect or see if we've still got. Look at that. That is a good Rubellite. Look at that glow. So let's get to that one. 8926 coming up. I guess my yellow diamond for the moment is here. We're not waiting for pieces to go, but that one, it's time. It's time to see a Rubellite. This is one gigantuous size of Rubellite, 557 in the Rubellite in 1128926. Another one only, yes. One of our bigger ones here. We have seen a few Rubellites of late that have had some copper content. This is just a regular Rubellite, which, please forgive me, oh jewelry gods, for saying regular Rubellite. Shame on me. That is not what it is called, because Rubellite is never regular. Rubellite is one of the highest end stones in the Tourmaline family, as we know. The pinks and the reds are what make it so specifically rare. That's what elevates it so much, is that it's not a pink tourmaline. I've got pink tourmalines, all kinds of shades of pink tourmaline, from lighter to darker to vibrant to raspberries to light pinks to diamond pinks, which I have tonight. But Rubellite's a special kind. It's where you get the hot pinks and the reds. And when that happens, you are in the upper echelon of all rarity of tourmalines, and that's what this is. But then you add to the fact that it is a 557, and it's got diamonds along the sides. They're like parentheses, if you will. It's a trio of parentheses. It's a 31-point diamond weight on the side, just to really make it, almost when it's on the hand, feels like a band. It's a really wide style of ring. And we only have one. It's in 14-karat white gold, and we'll make it a huge blowout. And that's exactly what Rubellites tend to look like. I'm going to do a little steam cleaning here, and we're going to get you a really good value on this one. Here's how it looks on the hand. It's a small size right now, but we're going to size it for you. Whatever you need. If you're a 4.5, you're good to go. But here's what we've got for you. A really outstanding value. You can see the size. That's what I love about this, is that really it's not about the gold band. You hardly see it. You just see what looks like a band that's all completely covered in stones, one way or the other. The center to the diamonds, framing it down the sides. We have one Rubellite of the night. This is it, and it's not going to be anywhere close to the $69.99 it started as. This is your moment, and there's just something very special. Sometimes a variation in color in a gemstone family really doesn't amount to all that much. The difference between a pink tourmaline of any color and Rubellite is very distinctive. and very recognizable. And also comes with one of the biggest upgrades in pricing of all. And it's not even close to $69.99. Please dial early. This is a night when we surprise you with values. This is when a night when you're going to see values you would have not expected, even when you've come to expect crazy things to happen here. We're going to take it less than even 6 or 5. And I know at $49.99, it's amazing. It really is, because we're under 1,000 a carat. That doesn't happen on top quality rubellites. It's one thing if they're dark included to the point where there's no glow. If there's no transparency or translucency to the stone, sure, I can get you one for $1,000 a carat. They don't go 1,000 or sub 1,000 a carat when they're lively and bright and clean, which is exactly, it's what you're seeing here. That's a fine example of rubellite. This is not some, it's okay. It is a fine example. That's why we said it. That's why we chose it. That's why it's got diamonds around it and gold. More luxury than even platinum, it's gold. Sorry, it is. It just is. Platinum didn't used to be that way, but it is now. And so this is all the best of the best surrounding your rubellite. It's not going to be $49 or $39.99. Got a big value here. One caller takes it, and I'll make it $2,999. That's our new blowout. And you get $300 off that price, so it's $26.99 instead. But that's obviously going to go, and we still have, I'm going to show you a little recap of what's here from hour number 1, because we're almost finished. We got 10 minutes left till the hour is over. So I wanted to show you what we have. The sea lion is still here. Somehow, some way, the cutest creature in jewelry is here. We've got the fabulous Zircon necklace. I do have 2 other rings to show you besides this one. So we'll do our little recap, because we're going to not do reruns throughout the show. We've got too many great top of the hours, and we got so many cool blowouts, and we've got the big diamond necklace that every single person should shop for tonight, whether you have it or not, because you might need a great gift idea as well. And we've got a huge blowout on a big diamond necklace tonight. But there is the one rubellite there that you're going to need to have. Now, here's what else we have in rings. I did have this Diaspore, which is a more pinky purple variety of the Diaspore. Remember, that was $9.99. I also have the big platinum piece with the yellow diamond here. And then I also have the blue Zircon and our sea lion. That's what we have remaining. And what colors? Look at that. Nice little trio of rings there. I don't mind. All those colors just somehow just working together really, really well. Then we've got the blue Zircon necklace. It was a necklace because it was a chain and pendant all coming together for you. So there is, this one's available for you. There's our blue Zircon necklace. I don't know if that one's going to hang out on its own. Probably not. But just to refresh your memory, that's here. And then I'll show you our sea lion. He's also here. So that sea lion with the turquoise in all that gold, he's only $12.99 to get that home. So again, beautiful look there, and that's what we have left from hour number 1. Everything else, oh, and maybe the purple sapphire, the lavender, I don't know, we were verifying on that at last check. So that lavender sapphire and all that gold, you can see the difference there between the pink Diaspore and the lavender of our unheated sapphire for you. So 2 great options in the purples. Question? I can, and I did, and I will do it again. Here it is. That's the sea lion. And who's that for? Okay, Judith, you want to hang on the line here? All right. I know Judith has been waiting on the piece. She's been waiting for that to be discounted. Judith, this is, it's funny how I was recalculating some math on this because I know everybody wants a deal, and I get it. I do too. It's funny how this, I've said this before, and it's hard to understand unless you're in the business every day, but jewelry's gone up a lot, like day by day by day by day. So when you take an old price, and even if we were to leave it at the old price, if you're to take the old price and discount it, it's an even better value because it should be going up. You know, everyone else in the jewelry business is literally moving their prices up every single day. Right? They have to accommodate for what gold's doing, right? Well, we are actually doing the exact opposite. But please realize, if you saw this decades ago, let's say it was $19.99 10 years ago, and if it stayed at $19.99 today, that would be a big value. But when this was, and it's never been this low, so that's why I'm making the point of emphasis, if we're going backwards from where it's been in the past, and then taking 10% off in addition, that's where, again, it's dedication to making sure the piece goes out tonight. That's what it's about. So that will be as low as it goes because it's not only $12.99, it's 10% off. So you get it for $11.69, and it's our, yes. Is it? I didn't know, and I was literally just debating that. So I didn't know that, but it is sold. All right, so the lavender sapphire is gone. All right, so I'll move that aside. Who got it? I didn't hear about that. And did you get the aqua as well, Jason? Or am I confused? I thought you got the aquamarine. Did you not get the aquamarine? Or did you get, am I confused? Because you got both? Okay, just making sure, okay. All right, so here we go. So, and who got the lavender? Wonderful. Thank you, Eileen. So that is our, I'm so sorry, and I just didn't know about that. Yesterday that probably happened. I was in the back after the show ended, and there were like 7 pieces that were sold that I never heard about. So please, operators, just a reminder, friendly reminder, please let your host know when things are sold. Because I hate to show pieces that other people have bought and they think I'm some kind of, lunatic up here. I promise only when it comes to values am I a lunatic up here. I'm trying to really, I know that if they're gone and I hear it, then I'll put it aside. But if it's not and I don't hear about it, it's really tough to know. So there we go. That's our 1.5 inches and it's 1169. So again, not trying to pull a fast one on you. Just, I do not have ESP working today. Migraine's too bad. So here we go. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. Tonight it's off. So 1169. If you'd like our lowest price ever on that sea lion, he's not going lower. He should be up in that $4,000 range given where gold's at today, just because, well, you see, 1.5 inches of gold, the diamonds as well, the big turquoise at 1 carat. There's a lot happening there in quality, but to get that down in price is really outstanding. So we have 5 minutes left till our top of the hour, and the Aqua earrings are coming out to play. Wanted to show you yet again what we do have left in rings from hour number 1. And again, we do have the Lavender Sapphire again gone. So is the Aqua and a few other pieces from earlier in the show. So congratulations, everybody who's picked something up, and way to go. And now we get into, well, 5 minutes away from our top of the hour. That blue Zircon piece is still here as well. And then let's see, I have a feeling. Thank you, Cindy. So Cindy, oh my gosh. Well, I designed these, how many years ago was this, you think, Andy? Well, it's a 1110-429, I'd remember. So that's got to go back 7 years ago or so. So Cindy, did she ask for these specific earrings by any chance? So she's been a long-time viewer, and I just want to say thank you, because if Cindy's asking for these, she's been with us a long time. We haven't shown them much. This is something I designed literally based off of designer pair of earrings that I bought. Not here, not at TVON, and I'm getting them all. They're a little difficult to set up for you, but here's what we have for you. This is my shooting star earring. I foolishly, because I am at this point disallowed from wearing much of my own jewelry besides some very basic hoops, because of the fact that, yeah, if I'm wearing something, usually everyone's going, I need to have that. Oh my gosh, is it for sale? And so I try to refrain from wearing a lot of my own jewelry here on the air. However, this was about 7 years ago. I was still only a couple years into my tenure. So at that point, I couldn't resist. It was my 3rd piercing, and I figured, who's going to see him? Well, everybody saw him and said, what the heck is that? And I've never seen anything like that. That's the coolest thing ever, because this is really a revolution. It's a stud earring, but it's attached with a chain. So it's like kind of like your jewelry's wearing jewelry a bit, where you've got the chain attached to your post like this. So it's actually, what looks very complicated is not at all. It's actually the most, I wish every earring in the world was done like this, number one, because I will tell you, there are probably, I would imagine that if one day my house was leveled and I started over and just built a new house, there would probably be, I kid you not, let's see, there would probably be, I would say roughly 1,200 earring backings found in that, in the foundation of the home. I mean, it's just like, it's where I know I'm not alone. We lose our earring backing. So number one, from a practical standpoint, you're never going to lose your backing because that's all attached. This is really innovative, and it's so cool the way this is done, and it's easy because you're not doing anything extra than you do for all your basic studs. All you do is put it on. It's attached where there's a chain that's attached to both the bottom of the star, which is done in diamonds, and then the butterfly backing. So all you do is put on the butterfly backing, and your chain will loop right below your earlobe. It is so gorgeous on. You'll see them on, and you're going to get to choose whether you want. Now, I was wearing them back in the day in 2nd and 3rd and 4th piercings, stacking them all the way up the ear. Super cool look if you want to do that. If you have the capability of doing that, thank you, Cindy, for asking for them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. Take a look at this. So this is our shooting star earring. We went ahead and made them, and made them here. And this was, again, a long time ago because 111-0429. So way, way back is where they go. But you've got diamonds, all pave across the top. The chain as well, which loops again, it's all attached. There's nothing complicated about it. And I even made sure we did these higher end backings. You can see how oversized the backings are, just to make sure that everything stays right where it should and stays taut to the ear. They are, okay, even if they're not for you, even if you're going, oh, those are wild, I can't wear those, you can, number one. First of all, you can. Step outside the box. I'm not going to ask for thousands of dollars, so it's easy and affordable to step outside the box, and who knows, you may end up loving them. This is going to be the piece that I guarantee you it is a compliment magnet. There is no way you wear these without people asking, where did you get those? Oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like that. Where did you get that cool earring? Well, here's what we're going to do. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold are available, and there's an incredible value that this value from 7 years ago has not changed. The only difference is it's a better value tonight because you're saving 10%. So remember, it's a stud earring, but then it's got that delicate diamond cut chain that is going to loop right there. So you see from the front, it looks almost like a drop. And then from any side profile view, you see that it attaches to the rear of the earring. They are so cool. There's enough chain drop that even if you have like a higher piercing or a little lower lobe, if your lobe's a little bit longer, it's still going to look amazing. They are so cool. Again, second, third, fourth piercings. Oh my gosh, that's the way I like to do it. It works anywhere, but you can just stack to your heart's content. They are so beautiful, and they are a revolution. They have not been here in forever. Well, actually, I'm wearing some chains now in two different earrings that are attached, so I've got, you know, a little stack going on. But see how cool that is? And I put it on there just without like any effort. It's just, again, basic backing. You just string it right around, and I put them on really, really tight so they're sitting perfectly where you see, again, from all the angles, you're going to see that chain drape. But it's not complicated, and you don't need to have 2 piercings to get this look, because this look is great, but you got to have 2 piercings. This is where you just have one, and whichever piercing it is, and seriously think about stacking and layering. If you've got more than 1 piercing, they make ideal, but I would get 2 pairs so you can wear them together, because then they just stack up the ear and they look even better. And they're any gold you want, so maybe you consider getting all the gold colors. We are moments away from the top of the hour. Thank you, Cindy, again for the request. They are not going to be, and that's all diamond pave, and then your chain, and all of this for less than $500. And they are a revolution. You will not find these anywhere else. Let's go back to our wheel. Let's give you a great value. Let's send them out right now. They are not even, and please, if you are new to us, and chances are most of you are probably new since these debuted. It was that long ago. Very few people have been watching for 7 years or 10 years or 8 years. So this is new to a lot of us tonight. And I am so proud. It's like a blast from the past, and to bring them at a better price than I ever have before, including that 7 year ago when they were made. What an event. It's not $4.99. It's not $3.99. I promised affordable. I want you to be able to try them. Own them. I would seriously get one in every gold color that you wear. For me, that'd be white and yellow, and I would seriously, I've got 13 piercings, I would get 6 pairs, maybe 7, just to have one for every, because the more you stack them, the cooler it looks. Definitely try it as a second piercing. I've had people say, well, I don't have 2 piercings, but then I love the earrings so much, I'm gonna go get them. Go ahead, but they're not gonna be $3.99. They're only $299. And if you're looking to get a jewelry gift for somebody that you don't know what they have or what they don't have these. They don't have them. $2.99 plus $30 off. And thank you. Oh, Brenda, did you get your chameleon? That's great. I hope you had a good trip, number one, because I know she was hanging out in Las Vegas. Brenda in Wisconsin, thank you so much. She said, I love, 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 love my ring. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful. And you saw the color change too. Oh, good. Well, thank you so, so much. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, David. How was your trip? Let me know how your trip to Las Vegas was. I hope you had a great time. I hope you had the best time ever. They were celebrating an anniversary. How exciting is that? And then we've got a lot of busy lines here with was that Cindy on the phone over there? Or who'd you have, Jason? Who? Hayden? Wonderful. And did Hayden pick up some shooting star earrings? Love it. Thank you. Hayden got a pair or 2 or 3 or 5. We're going to find out. We got a lot of busy lines here. $2.99 less $30. So how about $2.69 instead? $2.69 and change. Why not? You could get a whole bunch of pairs and still save what they should be, like based on one. I mean, that kind of innovation and design, you could easily go out to a design house and spend $1,200 or $1,300 on an earring like that in gold and diamonds. Here, you don't have to. And this is just, again, does this mean, I didn't even know these were in stock. If they are, does it mean I can start wearing mine again? Because I had to refrain. I had to stop wearing them. For a while, they were out of stock. We brought them, debuted them. They were insanely popular. Then I had to stop wearing them because they were out of stock. We couldn't make them anymore. And now, poof, they're here. So we're so excited they are. And I'm thrilled that we can bring them to you. And seriously, the coolest earrings ever. And yet it doesn't involve anything complex. There's nothing uncomfortable. There's nothing complicated about how you put them on. There are some innovative earring designs out there, but they're really, like there's a look like this where you're actually attaching what we normally traditionally think of as earring jackets, where you've got a secondary piece that you have to put behind your earring post. I'm telling you, I'm a jewelry, I put on jewelry for a living. I get paid to put on jewelry. And yet the struggle in trying to put on those jackets, you know what I'm talking about, where there's like little notches in the post and it's separate and it's a separate piece and it's gonna get lost and then you have to line it up and put it on the thing. It takes, you need eyes in the back of your head to put it on. I mean, it's crazy how ridiculous. I have been so frustrated with trying to do that. This is not that. So a lot of times there's cool, innovative designs in earrings, but they're so tough to put on. Who's got that kind of time? This is that easy, just pop it on like you would any other stud, and it just looks so different and innovative and cool and fresh. And yes, it's still not, if you're going, I don't know, that's stepping outside the box for me, I'm not sure if I can do it, please try it. Please try it and feel free, give yourself permission to have fun, play with your pieces. We know how hot celestial designs are in general. We know that. We know about the star design. We know what's going on there. But to be able to get something like this, that again, chain is attached. So you've got one side of the chain, it's attached to the bottom of the star. The other side of the chain, well, it's attached to the bottom of the backing. So all you have to do is literally just pop it on and you're not even gonna lose your backing. It's all attached. It's all one gorgeous piece. So white, yellow, rose. If I had the yellow gold out here, trust me when I tell you the yellow gold would be nuts right now. The yellow gold would be something else because the yellow gold looks amazing with our diamonds as well. So you simply just get to decide and get a couple if you're at all considering it. While it's 10% off, get a couple pairs. And again, thanks to Cindy. I hope Cindy got a pair because that's a really, really good look. And who got a pair over there? Yes, good. That's wonderful to hear. And does she remember these from way back when? It's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. Well, Cindy, that means you've been a long-time shopper, and I'm so glad we did have them in stock. Surprised me a bit, so I'm thrilled about that. Let's move on. We got a big top of the hour, which is actually, well, how ironic. We've actually got a top of the hour that's also earrings for you. We'll take a look at these. As promised, though, okay, now we're going to get into some color and diamonds. We're going to talk about a really important Sierra Santa Maria. I just gave these a brief flash in our first hour, and again, we'll welcome everybody to the show in just a moment, but this is, and keep calling on the shooting stars. We could honestly stay on those all night long, but I do have a few other pieces to share. So you can keep calling. Just tell your operators you want the shooting star earrings in white, yellow, or rose, or get a couple pairs. $269 a pair. Unbelievable. Can't be beat, especially with gold and diamonds the way it is. And now we're talking about a new pair of earrings, 8935, to get us going on Sierra Santa Maria's. Now, if there's anything else you want to ask about from the first hour in 5 minutes of this show on our Thursday Night Live, please let me know what it is, because we still got some real beautiful pieces here for you tonight, but these are fabulous. And I think we all saw how quickly tonight the aquamarine, I had a brand new aqua ring. Oh, was it gorgeous? We had a brand new aquamarine. It was gone in a hurry. So welcome into our Thursday night together. So glad you're with us. I'm Lauren Blair. This is TVON. We have 2 hours left though. Not even. So it's just flying on by. If you have any requests from the first hour, let me know what those are. Sierra Santa Maria is here, the best of the best. We saw the beautiful Sierra Santa Maria in the emerald cut, in the ring, gone just like that. Now we're going to talk about the earrings that are Trillion and Aqua. This is not usually a cut we see in this premier best of the best the world over in this material. There's a lot of Aqua sources out there. Nothing is going to top what you get out of that Sierra Santa Maria, and nothing going forward is going to come out. Why? Because that mine is closed. That mine is done. It's done. So mined out, extinct, closed. So there's no hope of getting any more Aqua like this. Let's take a look at them. They are Trillion cuts. They are 120 in Sierra Santa Maria's overall here. So 60 and 60 points each. Diamonds around them as well, 19 points there. And we are in the sizzling summer savings sale event. So you get to continue to take 10% off every last thing you shop for, whether it's a request, whether it's brand new like these babies, whatever it is. You get to take 10% off, and I hope you will take full advantage of that because we got some very busy lines here, and it's been saving central. Yes. Try them on again? Okay, we'll do that. Hold on one sec, because I know we're all into these Sierra Santa Marias, but we got to take another look at those star earrings yet again. 111-0429. So for everybody who's still a bit like, I'm not sure I've ever seen anything, that's for sure. I would really challenge you. Again, mine were custom made and something I just kind of dabbled in, and you guys took off and it became a thing. So Again, it's been years since we've seen them. I'm really excited that we have them back for you. But this is what this looks like, and so it's giving you that gorgeous look there. And of course, we're just showing them one more time, and then you can kind of play with it if you want to. So I'm trying to just show you if the chain is draping more or less straight down vertically, but if you want to play with it, you can. If you want to just, let's say, have the chain go higher up, just twist it a little bit. It's all in how you put it on. But you see how sometimes with a chain design, you have to have 2 earrings on at the same time. Not everybody's got the piercing to do that, so this gives you that look and really fresh and modern, and yet it's the perfect size star. And then anybody who's looking at you from the profile is going to see that the chain loops around, because remember, this isn't just a drop like a threader. That's not it. It's not stiletto style. The chain is looping all the way around and is attached to that butterfly backing. So they are even better when you stack them. If I had more than one pair, they would be all the way up my ear right now, and I think everybody would be running out tomorrow to their piercing place, whatever that is, right? To your local tattoo parlor and saying, I need more piercings, because they are just so beautiful stacked and aligned together. Because again, we all love when the stars align, so it doesn't all happen all that often, but you can make it happen every day, quite literally. Let's go back to our other earrings that are our new ones. These are our Sierra Santa Marias. They're beautiful. They have 19 points in diamonds. I thought it would be even more than that, to be honest. And they are just a looker in the white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, not limited to just one gold color either. So that's important to remember. And we have got this really important value. So keep calling on the stars. They're here. Maybe if you're an earring lover, you're picking up both, because I can't imagine you liking one and not the other. They're just all within that same line where I think if you like the stars, you're going to like these too. Why am I putting my earring back on? I'm going to try these on for you. There's a centered post and butterfly backing. Those are some of the most electric blues. And I don't mean turquoise, but I mean sky blue, but better, like blue diamonds. They look as if they could be multi-million-dollar blue diamonds. But instead, they're just tens of thousands of dollars beautiful aquas. Best mine in the world. Take a look at this. This is what they look like from a distance. I'll get you a measurement here. We are going to measure them top to bottom. They're going to be right around probably that 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit more than that, 3/8, yeah. 3/8 of an inch there, top to bottom. As those trillions with those halos go, we'll try one on the ear for you. Also, I think this is, given the size, I would say probably best for a primary piercing. That would be my best recommendation there. We'll take a look at them on so you can see them that way, just to give you an idea of how that color looks from a distance. That's the beauty of getting strong color. And remember, I'm in total darkness over here, so just again, keep that in mind. They're going to give it a little more flash and a little more wow when you got a little more light surrounding you here, but that is a great size. You can see how beautifully sized they are really for that primary piercing. So let's go back to the wheel. We'll go ahead and blow them out for you. Give you a great big value on our Sierra Santa Marias. And, oh, they're not even going to be our sale price, because they are brand new. And so you've never seen them before. So let me give you a little guidance as to where they're supposed to be. Those are actually slated to go out today at $2,299. And for that level of aqua, that's a deal. Let's go ahead and make this really interesting, because I know Sierra Santa Maria is not, it's not like other aqua. Even other aquas are not typically what I would call affordable. This is a whole different deal. This is a very, again, totally mined out, done. Very few places have it besides auction houses. What I'm going to do is send them out in a hurry, and we're not even going to do, I was thinking this is kind of fun. We could do an auction. I don't want to. I just want to say, let's reward those of you that are really quick on the phone lines. You know what to do during a sale event. You're never going to save as much money as you will during this event. The sale event doesn't get any bigger or better than 10% off. So this is the way you shop. This is the way you pick up whatever you love. Maybe pick up multiple items. Can't decide? No problem. With these discounts and the way everything's coming down, take anything and everything that you love tonight from this show, and it's yours. But this is the excuse. The value is silly low. It's not even going to be $2,000 or $1,500. And we all know how these Sierra Santa Marias get really, really pricey really fast. Take a look at this. They're not 15, 14, 13, or 12. Come on in. Nobody's on the lines yet. We're still just busy on the shooting star studs. So now we change our focus. We shift gears here to the beautiful aquas and not even ask for 12 or 11 or $10.99. This is a serious value for serious collectors. Okay, maybe you don't have to be a serious collector, because you are when you get them. If you can just pick them up tonight, done. You're good. You are a collector. Right here, right now, and they're not even $9.99. I want to get a few of you on the phone lines here and see what we got. Value, folks, we shopping for a deal. We looking for that. Well, it's summertime. I'm not going to buy something unless it's really cheap. Oh, that's where I'm going. Lucky for all of us, that's exactly where I'm taking everything, including the brand new best of the best like we have here, and it will not be $999. Going even lower, and significantly so that you do not have to wait or compromise. You just pick up the phone and dial in and say, I'm going to say yes to those incredible Aqua earrings, and we're not going to do $999 or $888 or even $800. No, we will not. $799 for our Sierra Santa Marias, and then you get $80 off that too. So they will be a little bit, right about $720 for you to get those home, and I really hope you will do just that. So $719 and change to get whatever you need there, white, yellow, or rose. We are actually offering all 3 gold colors on those as well, which is really, really nice. So that's going to be exciting. Okay, and I can see Michelle S., I understand that you bought something from us 2 years ago that was a diamond collared necklace. She said it took her breath away. That's, first of all, very good. I'm glad. And then she wants to know if we could make something like that in a longer length. Just let me know how long you need. Yeah, and I can see if we have it in stock or if we need to make it. Yes. Okay, Kathy, the Rubellite, you got it. Let me go grab the Rubellite. Here's the Rubellite. Okay, Rubellite ring from earlier. Don't forget $719 on the earrings. And here comes the, oh, it's finished. Okay, well, here you go, Kathy. This is, I hope that's what she's looking for, because there was the Rubellite we saw earlier. Look at the inside. Well, and this is a fun look at it too, because I love looking at tourmalines from the back, just because you can see all, any natural inclusions up close that might be there. Now, there aren't a lot to look at. There's not going to be too much to see, but I love looking. I like when, stones that are natural should have inclusions, especially tourmalines, right? Just a few. I don't want anything that's going to be glaring and taken away from the beauty of the stone, but look at that inside under gallery you have, all the way built inside so that it just glides right onto the hand and is very, very, very comfortable. So you've got that as well. Okay, we have got you all kinds of amazing pieces still to come. The Aqua earrings are still here, go figure. I think probably the shooting star earrings coming out prior to it didn't help, but yeah, we've got, again, those were 6 points in diamonds. It's really about just, again, when you add gems of really significant stature to earrings, they're going to get a little more pricey, right? So here's our $557. So Kathy, let me know if you have any other questions. I'll just try it on one more time, and if anybody does want to grab those Aqua earrings, you certainly may. But then we're going to move right along, and we've got a pink tourmaline as well. So I was talking about the difference earlier between if you go really, really light colors versus darker, and the tourmaline family can encompass them all. That's my diamond pink color of tourmaline. Look at that. So there's a pink diamond color, and we added pink diamonds very cleverly. And then here's that Rubellite, which is really the rarest and highest end of any of the pinks or reds, and that's because you get pink and red. So that combination is really what makes it. It's only $29.99, but remember that's $26.99 at checkout for one caller. So that's going to be what we've got for you in the Rubellite. It's all I've got tonight, and the Rubellite is right there. And then let us know if you have any requests or questions, because we've only got about an hour and a half left, so not a lot of time. And we have an opal wheel for you that's all going to be brand new opals. Looking forward to that. So that should be fun. And then a Tanzanite. Actually, the funny part about this ring being shown one more time is that I have the same ring in a Tanzanite today. Look at that. There's the same design, but with the blues, purples, and reds of a Museum Reserve 7-carat Tanzanite. So I do have that as well. So if you're loving that mounting, kind of that, it reminds me, I think certainly for a lot of us, probably reminds us of a signet ring. It very much wide, kind of everything suiting the width of the band there. So Kathy, let me know if you have any other questions about that Rubellite, but that's a really fine Rubellite. And here's what it looks like on the hand one more time for you, just to give you one last look at it here before it's gone, because obviously seeing it a second time over when a lot of people just tuned in the last 15 minutes, that's going to be where a lot of others are seeing it as well for the first time. So it's a great big value at $29.99. It's really only $26.99 because we're taking that 10% off, so you get $399 $40 extra off that price tag. So it's a good one. It's a really good clean rubellite, especially in that size of over 5.5 carats. And then, I don't know, auctions, I don't know, should we even attempt one? I've got some pieces here that might need a big discount tonight. So we may have you guys help out with making up your own prices tonight as well, just maybe. And also we need requests too. And remember, we have that gorgeous ametrine. It's not just a look of the best. This is literally the best ametrine. Don't panic, it's my own earring. So been putting on earrings and taking off earrings a lot here. So there's our really, really good look in a very special ametrine. This is coming up as well. So that's gonna be in the show. And notice those big princess cut diamonds. There's a reason for those princess cut diamonds being there. And we'll talk later on that one, just about 10 minutes away or so. So that's my very large emerald cut ametrine. Okay, so let's talk about what's next. And I guess our rubellite is still here. So there's a last look at it before we go. And then I do have these 3 new opals to show you. And this is where I know that we've been trying to accommodate the iris to accommodate for lack of light, but this is where we'll, yes, perfect. Then we could show the opals here as best we can, because we've got a very special look here. And actually, I've got this one, probably gonna sit it that way so you can see that golden based opal really well. Then we've got a couple others here that have a more traditional colorway to them. And we'll show you all 3 lined up so you can choose whatever's best for you there. But that is, look at that. So we've got 3 incredible opals. These are all brand new. And I know usually when we see these opals, it's always the ones with all the colors that everybody's going after. Well, the difference here is that's what's going to make this a tough decision. They all 3 have all the colors of the rainbow. So you're not picking, notice none of them have the blues and greens alone, which is usually what we would see, especially on a more affordable opal wheel. This is going to be more affordable. It's going to be exceedingly affordable. So this is going to be where you need to dial in. Now I know it's darker. We're without a light tonight. That's usual. So if it gets over 75 degrees in here, that's what happens. So don't worry. But it's a really beneficial moment because you're seeing not totally what it's going to look like in person, but somewhat. So that's really what you're seeing here. Now all 3 are going to be the same incredible price. So you have really just to choose which one you honestly like the best. Simple and easy there, and we'll make it really affordable. So all 3. And let me remind you that we have gold here. That's our 14 karat yellow gold. The other 2 are platinum. So platinum and platinum. I've got carat weights that I'll break down for you as well. So this one, we've got a couple here, like this one with the diamonds that go mostly rounds, and then just a couple baguettes on the east and west sides. That's going to be item number 6044. That will be the 2 carat 70 with 39 points in diamonds. The other side is going to bring us the 227, 58 points in diamonds. And then we've got the center oval, pear shape in that more golden color. That's a 274. So that 274, it's a pear shape. That's the crystal opal. So we've got Australian on the sides and the crystal opal in the middle. And that's going to be our 274 with 26 points in diamonds. Kind of a swirling, modern wraparound design that really suits that pear shape well. All 3, same price. You let me know which one you like the best, and they're all one of a kinds, of course, opals always are, but we're going to send them out in a hurry, and here's how we do it. And still, with everything you're seeing color-wise there, there's still going to be a better color and a more just higher dosage of color when you see them in person, because, you know, again, opals are never really going to look their best on the television screen. So you got to see them in real life. But we're going to take them all the way down. Again, you choose what you like. Now on the gold one, I can change this to white gold. So if you're loving the platinum looks, you can get white metal here in the middle. These 2 are going to stay in the platinum. Here's what we've got. A major value. I know we all know how expensive opals are. But when you get in, the true secret is when you get into opals that have all the colors. That's when they get to $10,000 and more per carat. So to see that and to leave that behind and say, forget everything you know about opals elsewhere, let's come on in and shop them better than you can from the source directly. Back in the day, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I was selling a lot of loose opals from the source, literally direct from the source with the mine owner himself from the Lightning Ridge Australian mine. And they were, you saw stones like this, they'd be loose for $10,000 a carat. All of these stones would be $20,000 stones. Now they're set in jewelry, ready to wear, and they're not going to be anywhere near $20,000 or even $2,000. They're not $19.99 either. So all you're going to do is pick your favorite. That's all you got to do. That's all you do. $19.99 they will not be. $1,500 they will not be. That should be enough to say bye-bye, especially before the 10% off. The fact you're getting that as a bonus, just even better. And I'm so excited to bring you something special when it's not going to be 15 or 14. We're really, truly sending them out for like no money. This is crazy good. Let's make them only $1,399. And then you get to go even lower. Even lower. You get a bigger price drop. That's $1,259. Any one of the three, let's give it 60 seconds, then we're done. All of those need to go. And then, yes, bottom of the hour, it's only about 7 minutes away. We're going to bring out that ametrine. And do I have a story to share with you about this ametrine? We still have a diamond necklace coming up in the show. Must have. I don't say those words very often with jewelry because jewelry isn't. Let's be honest. I am not selling life or death merchandise. I am not selling pieces that you have to have. But sometimes there's a jewelry item that for real jewelry lovers is a must-have. And I think that the diamond necklace I have tonight is worthy of that. So we will talk about that diamond necklace at the top of the hour. We're gonna have our bottom of the hour special, which is our ametrine. We have all the opals here now, looking so good with all those different colors. Just a matter if you want black opal or crystal opal. That's up for you to decide. But 15 seconds left, and sometimes it's not an opal day, and that's okay too. I do have a star ruby. Look at this one. Brand new tonight. And what a star. Look at this. That is, okay, I don't know if I've seen a stronger star than that. And double because you got two lights. So here we go. Let's move those opals aside. Let's show you another phenomenon. We've got the play of color there. Now we're going to go to an asterism. Seriously, how cool is this piece? And I don't know if it's going to balance on that baguette there. Probably not. But let me come in a little closer just because one ring instead of three. And then we're going to, did you see briefly when I blocked the light there? Just as I zoomed in, did you see one star? This is, play it. You can play the game at home. How many lights do you have? If you put two lights, you got two stars. If you have one light, one star. You could make, if I had a third light, we could show you. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to get this one of a kind out of here. And yes, there's a little bit, did you notice a little bit of yellow? There's a little bit of a two-tone element here. It's platinum. And then you've got just a subtle bit of the yellow gold underneath some of those diamonds. Just to really, we love, it's always the big debate. Rubies, are they best in white, metals, or yellow? Well, 8860 is going to give it a little bit each. Platinum in a carat 92, star ruby. The translucency on the stone is really dazzling. That's what you don't get. They're usually opaque. The strength of the star, though, is really what is so important. That's the headline. It's a carat 92 oval, 75 points in round and tapered baguettes. And speaking of the star, I would say they were really, really thoughtful in how they designed it because the elements around it kind of look like our North Stars, where you get those tapered, elongated baguettes, north, east, south, and west. So it's almost giving you like a compass point here. It's really beautifully done. Take a look at this on the hand. That's what it looks like from a distance. And again, we'll make sure you can tell the direction, the angle. See how the star really moves within the stone? Well, that's going to do that because it's moving with the light. So as the stone moves, as the lights move, so is your asterism. And diamond weight like that, very incredible. And this is really, really rare. That is seriously one of the strongest stars I have ever seen. Of course, the legs of the star are going to stretch all the way to the sides of the stone. I'm just going to go ahead and block a light here. Let me go ahead and block this light so you can see what you can expect more so when it's in person. So I'm left hand tweezing here and stretching as far as I can to block one of these lights, but just so you can know what to expect. That's what it's going to look like in a light environment at home when you've got one light source. Two light sources equals two stars, one light source equals one. So that's how that's going to look more typically, okay? But either way, the strength and the definition of that star, so important and impressive. And this one is, wow, almost 2 carats and a true ruby here. And we're going to go ahead and blow it out from $59.99. It gets to go a lot lower right now. The very first caller on this one. Please dial in early as we have one of a kinds throughout the show. For the most part, we are going to talk ametrine in just a moment. This is not going to be $59.99. No, it will not. I can't do that and expect it to go at the same time. We can't get reasonable prices and expect them to go from our group here because we know we have a higher expectation for value. And this one's only $19.99. Let's blow it out quickly. We got the bottom of the hour special coming up. We got too much to talk about and too much to do. And if there's anything you want to request, our hottest item of the day, was out here because of a request. So let's keep those going, because you never know if you might ask for something you've always wanted that also is going to help other people at the same time. So that, I think, is exciting. And the fact you can call up and tell us what to do, also pretty cool. I wish I could do that with all the shows that, if there's a TV show and I just called them up and gave my 2 cents, right? That's what we do on radio shows sometimes, like talk radio. We don't get to do that on TV, but you do hear that one is sold. Let me show you this tourmaline very quickly before we get to our ametrine, because I want to show you one bicolor and another. We're going to go 2 different routes here on bicolors. Yes? Well, they all are. So that's kind of the trick. Okay, so real quick, little gemstone 101 here, okay? They just asked a question, yes, but is that ruby unheated? And the answer is yes. You would not get a star in the stone if it's heated, okay? Because what's creating that star, we have to go back to the beginning. What creates that asterism naturally in the stone, which creates that phenomena, are the little teeny tiny microscopic routine needles. The routine needles inside the stone, they have to intersect at exactly the right angle. If there is any heat exposed to that stone, if they were to heat that material as the rough material came out of the ground, that would negate the little routine needles that are actually required to get that star. Does that make sense? So hopefully that kind of explains it, is that all stars are going to be, any of the star sapphires, the star rubies, any of those are going to be unheated. So that's just a good thing to know when you're shopping. Now, there is such a thing, just as while we're talking about it, while we're getting you acquainted with these star stones, there are synthesized versions that are actually man-made, that have a faux star. They do that. We don't offer that. I just want to let you know, if you're shopping out and about, as a lot of you do, I know I'm not the only one you shop with, so I'm aware of that. If you see, the big difference is if you see 5 legs to the star versus 6. If you see 6, natural, 5 is the Lindy stars. Those are the synthesized ones. They're fake, okay? So just in case you're shopping elsewhere and want to know the difference. Take a look at this. This is our bicolor, tourmaline, and it is going to be one bicolor after another. But we're going to start here. So thank you on that beautiful star ruby. And our Rubellite's still here, by the way. And now we're talking about bicolor tourmaline, which is 1125329, which is our 3-carat 77 stone. Wow, that's big. And super clean. Very, very much so. Look at this. All that clarity of that stone. Wow, how stunning. It's like it glows gold in here. But you've got half pink, half green. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe 55% pink, 45% green. I mean, it's a tad bit more pink. And you kind of know that because you see where the band goes right down the middle. So it's aligning as best we can with this natural line of demarcation between these 2 colors of this stone. 377, 51 points in diamonds, only just this one, of course. Yellow gold is how it's set. You can have white or rose if you'd prefer it. But this is our tourmaline. Rare as can be. Watermelon tourmaline is sometimes what it's called. It's the same thing. It's got the pink and the green. Saw a bicolor last night. They don't always have to be pink and green. We had a bicolor last night that was like a peachy golden color into a lighter spearmint green. This is really the more traditional but bright. Beautiful colors, very clean. This one's not $49.99 any longer. We're going to mark it down. Brand new discount. And I'm thrilled about that. Take a look at this on the hand from a distance. You can really appreciate the size it's giving you. All those flashes you saw still coming through from a distance away. And it will not be $4 or $3 or $29.99, taking it even lower. There is some serious sparkle from this stone too. Excellent sparkle, great clarity. Tourmaline doesn't usually give us clarity like that. And this one's only going to be $1,999. $200 off. Okay, that door is really shaking. Okay, does that mean we're having an earthquake? Don't know. All right, well, either way, we've got our seismograph door over here, comes in handy. All right, so here we are at $19.99, $17.99 at checkout. Let's move on to, we are a half hour away from our diamond necklace. We are also just now, at this point, 30 seconds away from the ametrine. I want to tell you a little bit about this stone. Very important stone we have coming up. Very important. Very excited about this. This is a thrill. This is our best, and I know I've had a couple over the years, not many. I would say if I was, oh gosh, if I had to estimate, I probably had 4 or 5 ametrines in all these years here. So many years of standing up here talking about jewelry, and when it comes to ametrine, probably 4 or 5 stones only. Now we're going to take a look at a special piece from the vault. I want to tell you a little bit about this because it's exceptional, and you'll know it by the color. This is already a rare stone. No matter what the saturation of your ametrine looks like, remember what ametrine is. It's half amethyst, half citrine from one source in the world. there is a naturally occurring place. And again, we're still, as gemologists, we're still a little baffled as to how this happened in nature, but we know this. There was an Anahi mine in Bolivia that produced this rare, essentially this combination, if you will. It's a combination of two quartz stones together, and it was the only source that ever produced it. And yet we've seen different levels. Just like anything, it's all rare. I mean, all ametrine rare because there was only one source. So just in the same way we talk about Tanzanite, well, there's only one source. But when you talk about ametrine, it's all about the color saturation. In the same way, if you were shopping amethyst or citrine, it's about the color saturation. There are greater qualities than others based on how deeply a color it is. And so when we see ametrine, much of the same applies. And what we're about to look at is the top stone. Now, it's not a coincidence. This is coming out later in our years here, and that is because with no other ametrine to offer, this is, everything else has been sold out and run through and done. So we decided to take and unveil and really release this limited edition, very important, what is known as the queen stone of the collection. Of course, there's a great fable and bit of lore that goes with this stone about Princess Anahi, and there's just a legend. It's more or less a story that was built around the idea of how this material was made in nature that involves Princess Anahi. Well, it's a big reason why we added princess cuts to the stone, but also it really is why we, usually if you have a best of the best stone of a parcel, you call it the king stone. This is actually, we decided to give it a little more feminine property because really Princess Anahi, the amazing colors together, we're calling this the queen stone. It means the same thing. It's the best stone out of the collection that has been under lock and key here for more years than we've been around as a network, because remember, we go back to, collecting gems for now 6 generations running. So this is not where stones have necessarily only been here for 9 or 10 years. In some cases, you're buying stones that have been part of a private collection for decades, or even in some cases centuries. So that's what I'm excited about here. So as we look at the bicolor tourmaline, we're going to move it aside to make way for this. And I think, again, just seeing it from a distance away like you did, very important, isn't it? But let me make sure I've got it polished. I know, again, there's some it's a bigger stone here. And when we see it up close like so, look what that does. This is the most saturated and just therefore one of the rare. And I know there's a lot of you that are going, well, amethyst isn't all that expensive and citrine isn't all that expensive. So does it really matter if the two are together? Well, given that it's one source and that this is that best of the best from the parcel, yeah, it's a big important stone. And it's item number 11289227. It is a 1005 emerald cut. We've seen other cuts, by the way, even fairly recently, that were not quite traditional cuts. They were not. They had some extra little details that made them a little off emerald cutting. Well, this is a traditional emerald cut. It's a 1005 and it has 63 points among 2 diamonds. That means you're getting about 31.5 points a piece, almost a third of a carat, and they're not regular diamonds, they're princess cuts. So you get a really high end, look at that. Okay, so do you see what's happening there? Look at the facets lighting up along the very side there, how it just completely, when you see those colors, everything you see in these deep purples and goldens right there becomes more intense when you see those facets hit the light like they do. See what's happening? It's an amazing ametrine. And I do enjoy having these because I think for the most part, not everybody's got one. It's a little tougher to find. You don't just walk into a jewelry store and say, point me to your ametrine section. Where is it? And I'll go take a look. I'll peruse. This is one of those that's tougher to find anyways. So then to get this kind of quality, the queen stone of the parcel, the best one we have, doesn't get any better. You're not going to see another one like it. This is it. And to have this tonight for only $6,999 gives one collector a moment in time to get this very important piece before somebody else does. That's the key here. You want to dial in early. And here's the other thing. I know this is a sale event, sizzling summer savings sale event. We got 10% off. That's $700 saved. I'm going to try something here since we're halfway through the show already. I want to see if we can get a few people on the lines ready to shop. Instead of doing $69, because I know this is about a sale and I want to give you the sale price first. You can't be the only one discounting. I want to get in on it too. But this is going to require the auction because there's no way I can drop it any more than where I have it. It was just straight away pricing. So instead, out of a need, a desire to make this more affordable for anybody. And I don't know, we don't have a huge audience on a Thursday night. Listen, it's Thursday night, it's summertime. We don't have it's not like there's billions of people watching. We might have a couple dozen people, to be honest. I mean, right? 100 people, 200 people, who knows? Point is, you're not gonna have a lot of competition. And I'm gonna start low. Okay, I'm gonna start low, because I really want as many people, because I believe there is somebody watching that loves the stone. That is a belief. It would be hard not to love. We're taking two of the most popular stones in the world here. They just happen to be together, and that only happens in one source. Happened. Let me not say happens. That makes it sound like it's present tense and like it's still like I could fly to Bolivia now and go get you more. I can't. There is no more. So here's the other problem. We have got a major value happening on everything. We're giving you 10% off, yes, even on the auction items that you might win, which would be the case here going forward. And let's make it even better than $6,000 or $5,000 or $4,000 to start. I'm thinking $3,500 is going to get a couple people on the phone lines. I'm going for even more than that. I really want to give everybody the chance. If you kind of love it, if you're thinking about it, this is the one you go for, because I know you're going to be thrilled. You're going to love it. You're going to be absolutely enamored with this stone. And let me show you the size perspective on it, because from a distance, it's powerful. You already saw me wearing it across the room when I had it on before I put it up close. Now, take a good closer look. And again, let's not forget those are almost 1/3 of a carat diamonds you have on the sides. And it's not going to be 35? Okay, how about $3,000? Are we marching closer to Bargain Town? $10 increments, 10% off. When you win it, you take 10% off. You actually can change the gold color. I wouldn't even think about it. You can do white gold or rose gold, but it's in the yellow gold now. I would leave it, but you do have the opportunity. If you wanted it in a different gold color, the answer is yes. You can have that. But we're not going to do 3,000. I need callers. And sometimes, this is why the shows, you never know what's going to happen. I never know who's out there. I got to find a way to make sure that get you on the lines, one way or the other. So how about better than 3,000? How about $2,500? It's the best ametrine you've ever seen here. I know that because it's the best stone we have in the collection. Everything else I've put up in the past is gone, but there's never been a stone like this one. Newly released, literally tonight. $2,500 to open. You would be very hard pressed to buy those diamonds for that price alone by themselves in a bag. And now we still don't have it open. I only have one caller on the lines even thinking about it. So this is getting exciting. Exciting and a little bit, I will say, it's a definite shot of adrenaline. When you know you should be getting $7,000, less 10%, and now we're sitting here at 25 with no open, with obviously you would take another 10% off your winning bid, whatever that may be. That would be $250 off additionally to where we're at right now, and it's not going to be 25. What about $2,000? We are getting down to it here. 1005, the carat weight, an irreplaceable stone. Nobody else has this color. Nobody else has this material. I don't know where else you're finding even the basic ametrine at this point in time. And there's no active mining going on. So now I think we've got 2,000. Take a look. Let's see what's going on out there. $2,000 to get it started. Let's go. Let's get it done. That's amazing, is it not? And to get those big princess cuts, and you don't need to worry about the increments till we get the open. Let's go. 60 seconds to get it started. I mean, this is that is the most, and hold on, you know what I did earlier, but I think it was before we were really paying attention. Let me show it against on the hand from a distance away. So Tony, I'm going to march back over here to the host shot just to show you, because a couple things I need you to know. This isn't for the faint of heart here. That's not a ring that's going to fade away. That's not a ring that you're going to go, where's that ring? Let me get my magnifying glass out. No. Look at that. That's a big, beautiful rock. That's what that is. $2,000. And you know what's funny too? You can see the princess cuts from all the way you are across the room. It's not just about that huge 10 karat plus emerald cut in the middle that is that high saturation. It's the fact you can even see, you got a good look at the princess cuts there. They're gleaming, doing their own thing. And that's we don't see many big princess cuts. We really don't. Last time I did, it was a princess cut yellow diamond in a ring. It was about $7,500. Remember that? It was like 2 weeks ago. Princess cuts, and these are not accent stones because they're almost 1/3 of a carat each. So it's not a 5-pointer or a 2-pointer. Most accent stones are 1 point. These are nearly a third of a carat, and that ring, that's just everything. Don't tell me that that's not going to turn heads. Everybody's looking at that ring. And yet, it's not oversized. It doesn't go like knuckle to knuckle fully. It's not like 3 inches long. It's deemable. You know, it's definitely one you can wear. It's just one of those that really, it gets such good attention in such a good way. And do we have the open at 2,000? No? Really? No? Nothing? Maybe? Kind of? Maybe open thinking about it? I mean, I'm trying. I got a $7,000 ring for $2,000 to open where there would be a 10% discount. Yes, even on the auctions. So when you win it, and notice my confidence and optimism here, when you win it, you would take an extra 10. Right now, that's $200 off. It would be $1,800. Do we need to go lower? Come on in. Come on in. As they say, come on down. This is where I cannot steer you wrong here. I cannot on this one. This is just too good. And if for those of you that, if you happen to have an ametrine, this is the upgrade. If you don't have an ametrine, you never need to upgrade. We'll take one last look at it up close. I just wanted you to see it from a distance because it's like a shining, beautiful, bright light. It is so incredible. Look at that stone. Look at that does. That when you really see, facing it up to the light, when you see that happen, whoo, that's good. Do we have what's going on? We got 2,000? I think my new profession is dentistry. It's like pulling teeth. Oh, I could never. I'm working on my doctorate of veterinary medicine degree. I'm working on that right now. 2,000, do we have it? Oh, we've got it. Oh, okay. We've got the open. Well, we know it's going to sell too low. Yeah, what's up? Sure. Yeah, here's that. Well, let's go all the way, like 360 degrees here. Yeah, now, you know, we're not going to put like zigzags or anything crazy behind there because we're showing off the clarity and the cutting. So we're going to leave it with, this is your under gallery. Boom, 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 and boom. 4 rays, just basically kind of following the step faceting of the stone. Follow along so that it doesn't break up any of the beauty of this gem. Let me show it again on the hand here. This is just enormously pretty. Oh no, don't tell me. I've got one bidder, and are you serious? We're at 2,000 and that's it? Nobody's got a bid other than that. And we're taking 10% extra off. Look at that. It's like reminds me of sunsets because you got the colors like those rich, you know, some of those great, especially this time of year, right? You get a little rainstorm that blows through on the East Coast. I see them all the time, like a little, you know, sunset coming through. Suddenly the sky goes from those piercing goldens when the sun's out, and as it starts to set, you start to see purples and pinks and reds, and it just is one of the most beautiful stones. And it's like you see there's a little natural graduation to the colors there, but it's still the best of amethyst and the best of citrine. And we have I can't believe this is happening. We're stuck. Here we are, stuck at $2,000. Look at the big princess cuts down. Not mention those nearly a third of a carat. Oh, well, here we go. So I'm going to have to give it a final clock. It looks like we've got our bid, we've got our open. So let me just quickly explain to anybody who's going, how do I get in on this? The answer is simple. You dial that phone number. That's all you do. Dial the phone number. We take care of the rest. If you've shopped here before, if you've never shopped here before, we'll help you out. We'll make it easy as pie. It's easy, it's simple, it's affordable. It really is affordable. We got to stress that. Plus, it's $200 off right now. And even if you were to bid 2010, 2050 to maybe 2100, well, you're still taking 10% off. So you still are going backwards from your bid. So to think that you could place a bid and not even, when all is said and done, even pay your bid, to go backwards. Usually when you participate in an auction, there's usually something called a buyer's premium. So there's an added extra percentage, and then you're paying for, well, anywhere else you go, you'd be paying for sizing, you'd be paying for shipping, and you'd be paying for a gold color change. I'm not going to have you pay for any of that. I'm going to pay for that. I'm going to pay for the other gold color if you want one. I would recommend leaving it as is. I'm going to pay for the sizing, and I'm going to pay to ship it to your doorstep. And all of that with this incredible $5,000 savings you have right now, plus 10% off. It's too good, but we are selling it. and we've only got the open at $2,000, and it's only a $10 teeny increment. So last call is now. We're going to give it 2 minutes. All you need to do is dial in before the 2-minute clock ends, and that is quick. So take a look at this. We've got a final call on this incredible Queen Stone, Anahi Mine, Ametrine, $2,000, and final 2 minutes left to go, and then we are going to be all done. It's going to be done, gone, and forever out of here. So what can I say except if you ever tire of it, please let me know and send it to me before you send it to anybody else, okay? Because I would take that off your hands and gladly pay more than what you paid. For an ametrine like that, and I'm in the business, I can go with a wholesale card and get into a trade show and shop with a wholesaler all day long. But no wholesaler is going to price an ametrine like that. No wholesale, I can top that. No wholesaler is going to shop those diamonds. $2,000 for 2 princess cuts of that size? That's not going to happen. So now we're here at 1:15 left to go, and I'm telling you, this is where, you know, there's a delay. We give you 2 minutes, which sounds like a lot of time, but there's like a whole 60 to 70 to 80 second delay on the broadcast at any given moment during the show, and that is why we give you 2 whole minutes. You still have to dial in at the very outset of that clock. If you're waiting till the end, oh, no, you missed the boat. This is your moment, and what a stone. We've had ametrines, never like this. This is the saturation you want. This is the saturation that is top high level. This is everything and then some. And that's why we dressed it up with the really big diamonds. That's not a coincidence. It doesn't happen randomly. That happens for a very good reason. And then don't forget at the top of the hour, we're going to see that necklace deal. I've got a necklace deal for you, but we have 25 seconds remaining. Oh, this is too good. It really is. And call me. You've got 20 seconds left to get in. Connect with us. Get into the phone lines as soon as you can here. Yes, one more time here on the hand. I recommend it in the yellow. I don't think you need to change a thing. I recommend it the way it is. I think this is the way you need to have it. If you want to change it to white gold or rose gold, that is something we can do. Give us a couple extra days. We'll do that. Look at how gorgeous that ring. I should be just leaving it here on the hand the whole time. It looks so good when it's on the hand, does it not? And we're going to see, do we have 2010, yes or no? Is this it? Final call? That's all I got. Oh, and let's not forget about that 10% extra off, so it's not even $2,000 or $2,000. All right, well, let's go. Once, twice, 3 times. You got it? Sold. Congratulations. That is done. Well, bye. All right, so there it is. Let's show you. Do we dare do it? The diamond band. This is the diamond band. I was wearing this as a pinky ring when the show started and kind of distracted by it. It was so cool as a pinky ring, I think. And we also happen to have, and we still have the Rubellite and the bicolor Tourmaline. So just a couple options here. Still have that yellow diamond and that marquise cut. And I'll tell you, in about 10 minutes, that's when we really start to get busy. In about 10 minutes from now, that's when most people tune in. So I would advise picking anything up from the show that you already saw, because at the top of the hour, we're going to bring out that diamond necklace that I'm calling a must-have, and it really is. And we also have some other special pieces for you that we're going to blow out. How about Colombian emeralds? I got some really good sizes of Colombian emeralds too. And we've got zircons in a wheel. So that's going to be, again, all your choice of. But let's also talk about this band ring. I don't even know if we're ready for this. And I've got white gold too. We've got the smaller size in the yellow gold, but you're going to get your size. Look at the white gold. Ooh, how do you decide which one you like better? Hard to call because it looks so good either way. That is the 2-carat diamond band. We'll see it shortly. I have a quick wheel here though. So I really feel like we got to bring out some emeralds here. Very important emeralds. 3 of them. I'm starting with the classic, and I know these have been on the air before. That's the whole point. They've been big buku bucks. We're going to bring them way down. Option 1 is in platinum. That's a carat 36 Asher cut with 34 points in the 2 bagats. Here's my, there's my yellow gold. That you can tell is 18 karat, and it's 122. So these are all going to be 1 carat plusers in your emeralds. And then look what I've got. I've got this one. That's a classic emerald cut. And then I also have this, the round, okay? We had the big round sell the other day. Remember the 2.5 carat round? Well, that's gone. Now we have 3 premium, all 1 carat plus emeralds to choose from, all brought down in price. Started out, these are big money stones. You know what happens when an emerald gets over 1 carat size? They start to really, really, really elevate in price tag and in rarity. Well, we've got all three coming extra low right now. So get ready, because you know they're one of a kinds. And with this discount, they're not staying here. That's the whole point. I don't want anything staying here. I don't want to melt down anything. Let's just move them all out. So here's how we make this happen. Here's your selection. We've got our 1 carat 22 here in the middle. That's a 122 in 18 karat gold. We're going with the 136 is actually, that's my largest. That's going to be our 3-stone style. That's the 1 carat 36 with 34 points in diamonds. Here's the round. The round is going to be our 114. Now that's got a couple of yellow diamonds, mostly white diamonds. That's going to be 110 in the white diamonds alone, plus your extra 9 points. So 119 overall in your diamond weight. Here's your 18 karat gold. There's your platinum. Here's what we've got: 14, 18, platinum. You decide. Here's the 1 carat 36. The 114 is over here. Then you've got the 122. The basic news here is that every single one started at $69.99 or more. You know that if you've seen these presented on the air in the past. Oh, now we just got to take them super duper low. So all you need to do, dial as quickly as you can, please, because I don't want these to be going to somebody else if you've had, especially if you've had your eye on any one of these three, or maybe it's just been generally thinking, I want an emerald, a really good emerald. Good emeralds are tough to come by. Good emeralds are really, really tough to find. And when you get clarity, when it manages to be on these types of, when you're looking at 10 power magnification via our camera lenses, you're seeing everything there is to know about your emerald. So if you're impressed now, wait till you see what happens when you see it in person and you watch the beauty of the stone. They are so powerful and so clean. And obviously no emerald is going to be, if it's from Mother Nature, it's not going to be perfect clarity, but you're getting a really divine glow to each and every one of them. And all you're going to do is choose, because they're under $6,000. And let me know which one you want to see on the hand first. Great finishing on the interior here, especially on this 18 karat, because that's a wider band. So we put that under gallery inside. Here's your classic 3-stone. That again is in platinum. Look how clean that emerald is from behind. Also getting those really important baguettes beside it. So that classic 3-stone style. If you're going for big diamond weight, I would go here. Now this one's got big diamond weight too with the princess and the rounds, but you see that's 119 and your yellow and white diamonds on the right side. So all the way fabulous. This one's actually 99 points in diamonds. So also a big diamond weight. And again, these are the bigger diamonds you have, 34 points, but among just the two. So figure they're about 17 points or so a piece. But here's what we've got. Really important level here. Just make sure you're on the lines here. They're not 6,000, 5,000, or 4,000. We got to make this snappy because we got 5 minutes till the top of the hour and our diamond necklace deal is coming out to play. So really want to make sure we have a chance here to show you everything we got. Also keep in mind, better than 49, better than 39, and even better than 29.99 on Colombian emeralds. I love that we got 3 different shapes. It really is well suited for everybody as long as you're looking for something more unusual in rarity, in quality. The highest end is what you need. That's what we've got for you. And they are not going to be even $29.99. We're going even lower. And yes, they are all still. We can't forget that we're doing this incredible 10% extra off. That is where you really, it's time to save. And you are doing a lot of that tonight. And a really just important and impressive styling here. No matter which one you like, this is totally up to you, but please don't wait to go on those phone lines any longer. We want to make sure you get your favorite because they're not even 29 or 28. I promise you the biggest values all time, we're taking you there. No question about it. And it's not going to be even $28.88 per piece. You simply let me know which one you like the best. We're going to help you out, but they are not going to be 28 or $27.99, going even lower. You're going to love these. And let me know, left, right, center. I'll try them on for you. We'll give you all the details, but we're going to go even lower. I just can't say enough about this. This is amazing value. Which one do you like already? We're loving the middle one. That's 99 points in diamonds in the 18 karat gold. That's going to be 1127827. I'll try it on. Remember, 18 karat, solid finished under gallery, great princess cuts and rounds together. That's what it looks like on the hand. And we'll do it right now, $27.77. And actually, one of my favorite prices to have because it takes it to such an extreme low, down to $24.99 after this. the 10% extra off, and it comes down to $24.99 only. So that's why you take advantage of that one, and that one may be gone. 18 karat yellow gold's how that stays. We'll show it again close up, get you a look at the under gallery, but what a glow to that stone right there, and that's what the inside of that ring looks like as well. So a big time value. Thank you. That one is sold in the middle. Just wanted to get a good glimpse of that centerpiece. Look at that. Gorgeous. And now we've got two left. The platinum with the 3-stone style, or the round. Really exotic to get a round, of course. A round with a carat 19 of both yellow and white diamonds together in that one ring. And it's always tough to get around. So very, very important there. And it's only $27.77, but really no, it's $24.99. So take advantage of that too. While we've got them, 2 left to go, and we've got 2 minutes left to go. 2 minutes, 2 emeralds, and then we're gonna do, ooh, we got a really, really good top of the hour, as close to must-have in jewelry as you can get. A diamond solitaire necklace, but wait, there's more. It's gonna be your ultimate diamond necklace deal. Got it coming up. Let me know which one of these emeralds you like. We'll even come in a little closer for you to see that extra special look. And you can see right here, wow, look at that, even in darkness. I just kind of cover that light for a minute and you still see the glow. That's some neon material for you right there. And we've got, again, the side, the left side, that's going to be your 136. So that's the bigger of the two. 136 with the 2 big side diamonds. And there's your 1 carat 14 in the round with a 119 diamond weight. And we'll still have that big diamond band as well. So that's going to be happening. And this is just fantastic. $24.99. We've got, let's give it 1 more minute, Tony. That'll take us to the top of the hour. Perfect timing. And these should be gone by then. They should be and will be. There's no question in my mind. And if you need graphics, I've got them for you as well. But remember, platinum on the left with the bigger of the stones. They're always going to look bigger than they weigh. Let me show you the platinum piece on the hand here. That's our 1 carat 36 Asher, 34 points in the diamonds to go with it. That's what it looks like on the hand there. Do yourself a favor, if you get the emerald, get some pink, because I don't know, it's just, I think it's one of the coolest color combinations of all, seeing a nice bright hot pink with a green like that. It just looks so beautiful together, I think. So that's going to be $24.99. There's my 136 with this real simple but large diamonds you have. Then we've got the round, which is our 114. That's going to be the round. Take a look at this. That's got a really nice, powerful mounting. You can see diamond side to side, a little bit of a split shank there as well. You can see how unusual it is to get that glow of the round. And then it's just a couple of yellow diamonds. They're tucked in to either side of the split shank, and then the rest of the way it's white diamonds. So a carat 10 in the white diamonds, 9 points in the yellows, and a 119 total weight around your 114 round emerald. So there they are. And that's our last look at those. And then $24.99 gets them to you. And then our top of the hour coming up. It's going to be on the hand shot, Tony, so I've got it set up for everybody. And it'll be 112-1624 question. Item number on the emerald you got was 112-7827. And a couple reminders. Have a few pieces left. I think our Aqua Trillion studs are still here. I think $7.99 for those. In our last, gosh, that was an hour ago. And then we've got one last hour in the show tonight. Yes, we do. Not a lot of time. Still have a big Tanzanite and our 2 carat band. I still have opals from earlier as well if you want any of the opals. And why are those emeralds here? Well, this is when we welcome a lot of people into the show. So just a reminder, a big special welcome to you all on a Thursday night. Glad you're with us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure. I'm Lauren Blair. This is 1 hour left in our last bit of Thursday here. We've got a great way to kick off the last hour, but wait till you see what is happening. There's emeralds here. If you just tuned in, not too late yet, but we're getting there. This is the last call on these 2 emeralds, 114 round or the big 1 carat 36 Asher. However you like your, if you like a 3-stone style or if you like a lot of diamonds around it, however you want to go, this is the way you do it. This is how you make it happen. Take a last look. They're only $24.99 at checkout. We're not there yet. We're down to the emeralds, but we'll get to the necklace. I promise. We've got that coming up. For anybody who just stopped in for the top of the hour, wanted you to see, because quite frankly, those should not be there. They should not. You don't get a value like that on just any emerald, and that's $24.99 after your discounted checkout. So highly recommend those 2 pieces there. And then we're on our way. Got a lot more to show you. We've got the 112-1624 next. We'll be on our way. And if there is anything you want to request, please get those requests in. We'll be happy to help you out with those too. So we'd love to just remind you that, again, request time is now. Request time is all the time. When we're on the air, it's a perfect time to pick up the phone and dial in and let us know you're live. You're not interrupting. I could not appreciate the interruption more. Love the interruption. It's no fun without you guys. It's fun to be interactive. So love that part of it. I've been interviewing people on TV since I've been 13 years old. I've really loved to have that interaction, and irony of all ironies, I've spent the last 25 years on TV just talking to myself. So hopefully to you at home, but the point is I love the interaction. So it's really great. As someone who came from a background of working with people impromptu on live TV and interviewing and back and forth and talk show hosting and all that stuff. And here I am up here doing the one-woman show. But I would love to hear from you so we can interact live on the air. And let's go to our other shot here, because I've got something to show you here, and I just want to zoom in properly so you can see this necklace, but really seeing it from a distance is quite impressive actually, just to appreciate how this necklace and what it's all about, because this is an extremely important necklace that I think everybody could imagine in their own personal jewelry wardrobe. And I'm going to show you, this is obviously, I wanted you to see it from a distance first to get an idea of the size, but also the fact that it is going to be a couple of extra diamonds. It's not just about this beautiful centerpiece you see there, but also the way it looks. And a couple things to note before we get into the details of the information is that you do have this really important bigger stone, but it's the way it looks with the halo around it that I've been around diamonds a long time. When you look at the overall diameter you have here, this piece really looks as if you're wearing a 5 or 6 carat round diamond. It's not a 5 carat. Can you imagine what a 5 carat VS diamond would cost? I could tell you all about it, but I don't mean to scare you. But that's the look of it without having to pay it. And the reason for that is really the genius of the way this necklace is designed. A center stone that is a good size, 31 points, but then it's the way it's surrounded. More of the larger diamonds. More larger diamonds around it only contributes to the overall halo, the overall look. So the eye has a really difficult time differentiating between where the center stone ends and where the entirety of the side of the piece ends, if that makes any sense. I'm not saying it very articulately. My brain is not functioning at its highest level tonight. Migraine, sorry. But here's the thing. You've got a really, really beautiful look overall that if you were buying a 5 carat VS diamond, fairly speaking right now in today's industry, you'd be spending literally hundreds of thousands of dollars if it's VS. I say that because we're showing you VS diamonds, but putting the center round with the bigger rounds around it is what gets you this big, crazy look. You're gonna see it on. I'll show you on, I'll show you close up. I just want you to see everything there is to know. And the bottom line is, it's still an everyday piece. It's not like it's oversized. It's not like it's too much to wear if you're just, you know, kind of hanging out, running errands for the day. It's always appropriate. It's always beautiful. And then just to add a little extra, about an inch away from the center are a couple extra diamonds too. So you've got all of that. Take a look, because I showed it there, where you can see those 2 extra diamonds that are set within the chain. So you've got one here and one here. And then all of that, you're gonna have adjustability. Premium closure of a lobster claw clasp, 16, 17, and 18 inches in length. And I'm telling you, that is a very, very important necklace. And I think it's must have when you consider this is not going to be the kind of piece you have to invest hundreds or tens of thousands or even, 1,000? Huh? Wait, no, don't say, no, we can't talk about that. Don't put that up there. Can't be doing anything like that. But it is a sales show. And it is my sizzling summer savings sale. It is all about savings and everything's on sale. And this is not just a sale, it's an event. This is an event. There is a difference. There is a difference. This is not just your, hey, let's take $50 off. Let's take even more money off where I should never go. And this is a necklace that's going to be in your choice of gold color. That's white, that's yellow, that's rose, whatever you like. Maybe you just wouldn't be probably too far-fetched to think you get more than one. If you love that style and you want to wear it every day, you can get a yellow and a white. You can get a rose and a white. Gifting, gifting, gifting. I know we're only mid-July, but hey, holidays will be here before you know it. If you think about where you were on New Year's Eve and how fast that went from then to now, well, another hop, skip, and a jump, and we're back into like Christmas time, 2025 ending, where you're going to need those great holiday gift ideas. And I really, really hesitate to think about what prices are going to be then versus where they are now. You think prices are a little high out there now? Out and about in the outside the TVON world? I don't even want to think about what's happening in November, December, when naturally jewelry goes up anyways, because it's the holiday season. Let's just get you all set up with this great sale event price now, so you can have it, enjoy it, love it, wear it, enjoy it for yourself. Like I said, I think you need to give yourself full permission to get yourself a gift when pieces are this value, when pieces are this discounted, and you shop the pieces you love. And you get a first piece if you're new, or you shop something that you've always wanted but could never quite bring yourself to afford, or maybe even looking now, even lately, at the lab-grown options, thinking, well, I got other bills. It's irresponsible to go out and pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 for some kind of mediocre quality. You don't have to. You know where to go. It's right here. So here's what I'm going to do. We're not even asking $9.99. I'm serious. I'm serious. I told you, and some of you heard me and went, she got to be misspeaking there. I'm really going under $9.99, and I'll take you even lower, and this is before your 10% off. And let me remind you, a basic 16-inch plain gold chain goes for $600 right now with nothing in it. No diamonds, no big diamonds, no small diamonds, no high-end clasps, no adjustability. We're bringing it all to you. And this is good, guys. We're really busy on the phone lines. We don't have a lot of operators. Please dial in early because I'm also limited on what I have. These are all VS diamonds. From the center to the sides to the anchors here to that lobster claw closure, which I will show you in just a moment. But it's not going to be $9.99, and this has got to be the value of a lifetime. Right now, you'd be saving an extra $100. I will take you lower before we go there. And there's a reason. Listen, it's the top of the hour. I know what I'm doing to where I'm not going to just put up anything. I'm going to highlight what are the specialty values. What are the pieces? And how do I know what's a good value? Well, let me tell you this. If I have a value that is a better price to all of you at home tonight, that is better than I could make it for as a wholesaler in the business, if I cannot make this for this price that I'm offering it to you for, well, that's a really good value. And that's at $9.99. That's before your discount. I think every single one would sell out at that price, even without a 10% off. But before we give you 10% off, I'm going to take it even lower, and we're going to get these out the door. I would be surprised if they last 2 minutes. I don't have a lot of quantity to go around. That is why we're doing this on a Thursday night and not a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning. Heaven forbid I could never do that. All I'd be doing is upsetting people. So here's how we make this happen. You are not going to pay $9.99. If you need one, you dial in now. If you want one, you dial in now. If you need 3 or 4, if you're thinking about sisters and moms and brothers, and yes, even men would wear this style because they are right now. I'm sorry, they are. They just are. It's a unisex style at this point. I mean, a lot of men are wearing necklaces they would have never worn back in the day because styles change. Point is, no matter who you know that wears jewelry is going to love this necklace. No matter what their age or style, whatever they have already, these are the classics that are super upgraded because most of us only buy at this point. Best you can usually get out and about is SI. There's a big difference when you're going into the VS diamond world. It makes all the difference in the world to what you're going to see in sparkle, brilliance, and beauty. And it's not going to be $9.99 or $899 everywhere else. And please feel free to shop it. Get it tonight. Get it tonight because I'm in the business and I can tell you nobody's going to be able to touch this, even a lab grown. And there's a lot of metals out there right now that are coated in gold. They are just mystery metals, stainless steels, bronzes. They're coated in gold and they're going for no different in the price. And they're lab-grown stones. Before you go that route, before you go that direction, there is a better way, and it's right here, right now. And it's not going to be $8.99. It's even better. I need you to dial in, though, if you want to get one, because we are already more than halfway through the quantity, and I don't have the final price up there yet. Yes. Of course, I'm going to do that. I have to take it all off this thing that I already put it on. So I will do that for you right after this. But let me make sure everybody's getting one right now. So here's the deal, guys. It's not going to be, and I'm going to go ahead and take it on over to the neckline for you because that's how we want to see it. So I've hired a very expensive model here to try it on for you. And so let's go ahead and put her to work, and then you can see it right there. So again, just as beautiful, I could go a distance away to where it's out of focus, and it still looks great. I could come in closer, and you're still seeing nothing but the most amazing white bright diamonds. And you have, that's where it's 17 on me. Basically, you can have it 16, 17, 18 inches. All that adjustability is built in with your premium closure, which makes all the difference in the world, and you can wear it higher or lower. There's just so much to love about this necklace and the everlasting beauty of going the natural route in diamonds to going high-ended diamonds. And no, it is not $8.99. This is before 10% off. Get as many as you can. I have no limit. Besides what's here overall, I have, if you want to get 2 or 3, you can. Not putting a daily limit on how many you can purchase or how many gold colors you can get. It's here until it's sold out. And it's $888 for the necklace, but really $799 and change for this gorgeous necklace. And again, that is your premium closure. That's a $300 closure. This, I know it's subtle, but there are 3 different O-rings there to make adjustability easy. So 16, 17, 18 inches in length, can be any one of those different lengths you want on the neckline. And here is what it looks like again. As you see it from a bit of a distance away, no matter how you see it, it is nothing but gorgeous. Really is one of our very, very best of the best when it comes to value here. No question about it. Take a look at that, and you got to get it because it's $799 only. That's while it lasts. And that is just a beautiful way to get solid gold, stunning diamonds, high quality, and only a few left to go around because, well, every line is locked up. I hear a couple people are taking more than one. I've got a yellow and white going out over here too. Thank you, Brenda. She's got 2. Yellow and white. Who else? Suzanne's taking a yellow gold. Very good. And the irony is I have the white gold here in studio. Yes. Robert's taking a rose gold. Well, isn't that wonderful that we have the rose gold? What about you there, Jason? Who got yours? Thank you, Kathy. What color did she get? White gold over there. Thank you so much. And who else? We've got, thank you very much. All right. Well, Cecilia's getting one as well. This is just a moment. I mean, for $799 and a big diamond in the middle, and then that entire halo around it, and then 2 extra diamonds in the sides. They're built into that chain. This is not one you want to miss out on. Simple as that. $799 does not get better. So we have got a value there, and as you wait, it only gets more pricey right now to get in on fine jewelry as you're going anywhere else. So this is the time to do it. This is the time to make those calls and get what you love. And for $799, why not? It'd be crazy not to get it at this point for that kind of value and that kind of quality. And there's nothing but VS Diamonds that we don't love anything more. I mean, we bring all kinds of rare and exotic in color, but there's nothing we love more collectively than VS Diamonds. And I've got a 2-carat VS diamond band to show you as well. It is quite the night here. I'm glad. See, this is like our little secret. It's our little treasure trove Thursday here. That's really what it should be called. For everybody who doesn't join in on Thursdays, they're missing the boat. This is really a night that we see the best of the best of the best of the best. You're seeing it all night long. We've had some of our most exquisite values of this entire event, and that goes way back to even the 4th of July holiday weekend, and now just continuing on with these amazing opportunities. And still have a few great pieces from earlier that we can recap, or if you're thinking about anything from earlier, you get on those phone lines now, get it before somebody else does. And our last call on the show, 45 minutes remaining to go, is now. So you got to let us know what you'd like to see before we wrap it up. So, and nothing really left after these shows are over. There's just nothing left here. So this is the time to get in. Now we've got a big Tanzanite. I do have the 2-carat diamond band. Did bring out a Tanzanite pendant, which is our newer style of pendant. Ironically, I just had somebody requesting that I make this custom for them. And so, you know, it's been kind of popular here for getting very, very, very little look. Look at that. That's a huge pendant. Look at that. We've got a Tanzanite in the Asher cut, blue wing. I did get you a big deal on a 8-carat Tanzanite as well if you're looking for an emerald cut ring. Last call though on the necklace, 60 seconds more on that one, and another one is going out. The yellow gold's been very popular tonight. No surprise, yellow gold and diamonds together have been very, very popular of recent days. So that's a great way to go. I'm just glad that we have all the options here for you. That is a wonderful value on a necklace, and boy, does it look big. Kid you not, that is just always kind of the secret trick to how you can do diamonds. If you're smart, it's again, if you can buy a 5-carat diamond, go buy a 5-carat diamond by all means. Please do. I mean, it's always, if you've got the money, if you've got nothing better to do and you want just, you know, a 5-carat big old diamond and money is no object, great. And if you need a great wholesaler, I can hook you up with that if you're on the West Coast. But here's the thing. For those of us that say, yeah, even if I've got a couple $100,000 sitting around with nothing to do with it, I don't know if I'm going to buy a diamond because, you know, I really want to be charitable and there's enough, you know, I think there's just, you know, so many other things to do with that kind of money in this world today, you know, that just, I would rather see, like, you know, donate to people in need. I'd send it right over to Texas. That's what I'll tell you I'd do right now. But here's the thing. We can still have fine jewelry. And I'm a believer in that when you know how to shop, where to shop, and when to shop. And the how is simply in this case, well, it's the 5 carat look without getting a 5 carat diamond, hence the $7.99 price tag. The where is TVON. That's just a simple rule. That's a basic. And the when is now during a sizzling summer savings sale event. We're 10% off for the fun of it here to make the values that we do even better. So I think you've got everything answered just by never even leaving your home. You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave your house. You have the jewelry come to you, and even more mesmerizing and amazing when you see it in person at home. All right, so let's move on. We've got a lot to do here, and we don't have much time. So I do want to show you this Tanzanite pendant because, well, it's a new design. Only had it once before. It was actually here, and sorry, I put that stand on, so now my set's a mess here. But let's take a look at this so you can see this really gorgeous newer design of a pendant here. And I know it's always, these are just really challenging to show because anytime we get a lot of gold weight, it looks like a mess, and it's not. It's just, it's the weird part of the glare here. So all we have to do now is take this Asher cut, which I'm going to show you is actually going to sit. Now you can do it either way. If you want to maneuver your chain through, you can kind of finagle it to work east to west. But this is how it's intended to be on the neckline, and I'll show you here on the hand. You also get a size perspective here, and we're a little close from where we normally are. So let me just scoot this back a bit. That's too much. That's too close right there. So this is where we need to be. And that's with, and remember, we're without lights tonight. We've only got, half of our lights we normally have. So this is where everything's going to look a little bit better than what you're seeing here. But I want to show you the mirror finishing you're getting. I'll give you a measurement here, and notice that that is an Asher cut. It's going to be item number 11288934. Here's what it looks like, 7/8 of an inch, top to bottom, almost. It's a little more than 3/4, but not quite 7/8. So here we go. And then I'll show you on the neckline. And it is any gold you'd like. That's 11288934. Just wanted to get kind of familiar with this design since it is so new with us of late. Again, the same thing's going to happen here. It's going to look dark, but it's not. It's all mirror finished gold. And it is a 2 carat 19 Asher cut out of the Museum Reserve we love. And then the diamonds, essentially, this is where it's a bit of a slide. We call that a slide because instead of having a bail in the traditional sense where there's something dangling up top that you're going to put your chain through, it's the whole piece. You can put your wider chains through it. You can use omegas. You can use bigger chains. Let's go up close so you can see it here and then really take advantage of the way, see, this is how it sets, like a little boat, like a canoe, like a double-sided piece here where you've got all that room to put your chain through like so, and then you wear it like this. So straight up and down like that. You could also, again, you could go east to west too if you want to, but it's really just about this great style where imagine the tweezers are your chain. It goes right through that open work, but it doesn't look like it's this open work. It just looks like a really big, thicker, wider slab of gold, which it is. It just happens to be one-sided to the other. So it's like an overlapping design. You've got a great platform for your 219. The diamonds are 11 points as well. And we're going to blow it out in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. That's going to be up to you. And we'll blow it out right now for $49.99 is not going to work tonight. We got too many values coming your way. We're going to continue to be consistent with these values for the 40 minutes I have left, and we'll take advantage of a better price than $3,999. You know, it's $49.99 to start. Let's try and make this more doable. 1,000 off, 2,000 off, 3,000, whatever we need to do, I'm game. I just need to make sure jewelry keeps on going because that's what I'm tasked with. This moment in time, no matter what, got to make jewelry affordable. And I'm doing that. And we'll make this piece not $39, $29, or $19. And how many of us need a pendant? If you have a ring you love, get yourself a pendant to go with it. Get yourself the coordinating set while you still can, while you still have the opportunity to get these Museum Reserve stones right here from us, because we would be the only source in the world to get that quality. So that's important as well. And it's not going to be even $19.99, and this is prior to your 10% off. I'm thinking about a 2 carat ring I have seen in recent days where I was way more than this on a 2 carat ring. And now you're getting the 2 carat 19, Asher cut, Museum Reserve, pendant. It's a stunner. And it's not going to be $19.99. Trying. I'm trying something here. And come on in if you want to be first. Well, you got to be first. You got to be if you want the piece. Even the diamonds themselves are graduated. They go from smaller to larger as you go inside to outside on the piece. And I will make this easy. So easy. is got to go. And it's not going to be 19. This is prior to 10%. Remember that. Remember, no matter how stinking low I go, you get 10% extra off. It's amazing. But we'll take it even lower than 19, 18, 17, 16. Woo! You guys got a value here. $15.99 won't be. Let's blow it out right now. The very first caller, we'll go there, $14.99, that's it. And you've got $150 extra off. This is just one of the more complicated ones to show, but you can see how gorgeous it is despite all that reflection. That's what's fun about wearing a piece with a lot of gold is you get the shine off the gold, you get the sparkle of the diamonds, and now you're getting the museum neons of that stone too. So you've got it all. And $13.49 at checkout if you'd like to get it. We've got Tanzanite rings, oval or emerald cut, whatever you'd like there. And then we still have a couple of our opals from earlier, big pink tourmaline that I haven't shown you yet in full. And then we have our big diamond band, a 2-carat wide diamond band stunner. And I still need your requests. What would you like to see today before we go? That's my question. I got 37 minutes. We can bring out anything from the vault you want. Our most popular item still today was the item we brought out in the first hour. That was a request for shooting star stud earrings, which we hadn't seen in about 7 years. Okay, that was our most affordable and most popular item of the day. So you can still make requests and get those in and tell us what you want to see and what you want to get. Nobody wants that one. All right, I'll keep it. I got to melt that one down actually. And then I do have, I'll just give you a quick little preview of some of the Tanzanites. You let me know if anybody's interested. This is a wild one. We have an asymmetrical design in a Tanzanite ring here. It's all done in white gold, but it's got the 1 band on the side here and 2 bands on that side. That's my 8-carat, and that's a gorgeous stone actually, and it's going to be a really unique value. I'll just give you a quick little discount on this one. It's $112.69.56. Polishing it up there for you. We'll take a closer look. It's an 8-carat 10, so I can really bring this one down in price because why not? One of a kind, our big sale event. We've got just a few minutes left. These are the first Tanzanites of the night here. That's our 810 emerald cut. It's got 13 points in the diamond, so it's actually going to be one side is pave and the other is just a burnished diamond, single stone there. So you're seeing what it does. Lights up red, gives you that pave on one side. There's the other wider band, and then that's the one burnished diamond. Then you've got those designer prongs. Look at the reds. Serious reds coming through on this one. And let's try it on the hand so you can see what that's all about. It's 810, 13 points in diamonds. Wow, you can jog it over to one side if you want. You can wear it centered up. You can go over to that side, whatever you want to show off. I mean, it's kind of an asymmetrical design, so intended to be. Wear it different ways, however you'd like, but it's also going to be better than even $99.99. Serious values here tonight. Just hoping we've got somebody to take advantage of every one of them, because that's what it's about. This is going to be one of our lowest, and I had some earrings. Boy, if you weren't with me last night, we had some drop earrings. I brought down to a per carat price that was the lowest we'd seen. Well, gonna try to take a little bit of a cue from there and go the same route with this one, and not gonna make it even $4,999. Here's your ticket into value, and this one will be down to only $3,999. And you know, after your discount of $400 extra off, that's going to be about $440 a carat for that 810 Museum Reserve. Big, fabulous stone. I mean, again, I got to zoom back so you can see it. Really lift it up to eye level so you can really check out the amazing color you're getting there. That is so impressive. And it's a different mounting. It's intended. I know it's not going to be for everybody, but that's the intention here is when we got the classics, we've been through the classics. We've done the classics. We've seen them. We've sold them. This is something different to the point where even if you have a Tanzanite or two, you probably don't have one that looks like this. This is a different type of mounting, a different style altogether, and it's only $35.99. Okay, so that one is here at this moment. I'm not waiting for pieces to move because otherwise we don't have a lot of time. So here we go. Here's my next one. It's only 1 carat shy, but in a more traditional setting. This is the mounting we had earlier with a Rubellite that is still here. This is the inside finishing of the oval. That is 1128169, and that is our 7-carat 04 in the oval. There's very little that I can say to you at this point that hasn't been said about Blue Wing Block D Tanzanite. However, when you have a stone like this, the oval that is pristine, the red flashes coming through, the classic, I feel like this ring sits and feels and looks a bit like a signet ring when you see it on, because it is just about everything's at that surface level. And I don't mean surface level in the respect of, we sometimes say that to kind of indicate mediocrity. I'm talking about everything is set kind of into the band. The band, when it's on the hand, almost disappears, and all you see is that big stone centered up with those fine diamonds just wrapping around it. It's really like, it's like doing the halo without making it look so traditional, where it's kind of basic. This is that beautiful wider band. You've got the presence of the 7-carat/04. The red flashes are still there, which is always tough to do in an oval. It's much harder to see the red flashes come through in a traditional oval cut. This one has that, and let's take a look at it on the hand here as well. 704, this is the finishing, so it is going to just feel great when it's on the hand, glide on and off as you're putting it on, as you're taking it off, but this is what it looks like on the hand. It is a remarkable stone, and it's going to give you all the museum reserve quality we love to see, and we are going to send this out. Now, here's the interesting thing. The last one was $39.99, great value. This is going to be, and it's got the same starting price of only $99.99. That's where it started. That's where it should go. We're going to make it even more affordable here. But what can we say? How can we make this a done deal when the emerald cut's still hanging out? Most of my Tanzanites at this point are, and I think that's because most people have one. And congratulations if you do. You're one of the lucky ones, because I don't. I'm still waiting for any one of them to stick around. This is important. It's important material, and we're in last call of it, because as these get their last look on the air, if they do stick around, they're off to museums. I'm not even getting my choice of at this point, because these have been promised to museums for 6+ years. And the museums at this point, as you're taking them, aren't getting them. And so now what are they left with? They're left with two options. Show mediocre Tanzanite and play it off as the best, probably not what they want to do, or have no Tanzanites in gem exhibits at all. Either way, that's why we really should be lending these out to the museums of the world, so that they can have the best. Isn't that why we go to museums? To see something special, rare, and the best of quality? That's why we go to museums. That's why we pay admission. Well, here's what I've got for you to pay a small admission fee. Own the ring and wear it whenever you want. Not walk by it in a box and glance at it once in a while. I'm talking about wear the thing and enjoy it and love it every day. And no, it's not going to be even $99 or even $49 or $39.99. Got to go lower than that. This is your chance, and look at it again on the hand, because it's just all it is when it's on. It's stone and diamonds. That's what it is. It just is all about that platform where it feels like, again, when you have that kind of flat surface where it's not flat, but I'm saying like what we see when we're seeing those signet styles that are ever so popular still, always a classic. This is really bringing gems in that kind of feel. That heavyweight gold foundation, the big oval. It's not going to be $39.99 either, and this is before 10%, so this is going to get awfully affordable. I'll make it $3,499. Then you get an extra $350 off, $31.49, and that's my last Tanzanite of the day. And then it looks like we're ready to go. We've got a last call on our show. 30 minutes to go. A couple of pieces here to recap. I've got one more piece to show you that you haven't seen yet. That is the 2-carat diamond band. Everything else has been shown. So the question is at this point, is there something you want that you haven't seen yet on the show that we can show you, give you some information on, and help you own at the best price ever? Or can we recap something that you're still thinking about from earlier? Those are the questions. You call us up at that phone number and tell us how we can help you tonight, because if Tanzanite isn't the thing, and so far it's not the thing, because I've had 3 in a row and they're all here. So that's okay. If y'all got Tanzanites, great. That makes me happy, because I'm going to be the one up here in a couple weeks announcing we have no more left, and you're going to be all real upset with me, okay? Because we're going to need them throughout the rest of the year, and everybody's going to be a bit surprised that they are gone. So let's make sure we get you what you need in Tanzanite now while they're still possible. I'm going to recap. I've only got a couple pieces left. I've got the yellow diamond we showed in the very first couple of minutes, so I'm going to show that again. It was platinum with our 70-point in this marquise that looks like an oval, okay? Really, full disclosure, I know it looks like an oval. It is a marquise, but it looks like an oval. 112-8753 is your item number. This is one big band. that is what we don't usually see with the bigger yellow diamonds. Now you're getting it. Just want to recap, it's a one only. It's our 70-pointer, looks like 1 carat all day, 30 points in diamonds in a platinum band. Here's your closer look at it. And that is a VS yellow diamond, all natural. I think our Tanzanite oval is going out. It's verifying right now. Thank you. Here's what this one looks like on the hand. It's got a subtle wave to the way the band is done. So it just has that, you see how it just dips and then goes up, and then the other way if you want to just flip it around. But it is going to be a big old value, under $2,000. Very busy on the lines all of a sudden. Well, it's the last half hour. This is when everything starts to go. So please don't wait. This is not going to be $4,999. This is a one only, stays in platinum. I'm going to size it for you. This would be a perfect ring to wear on the middle or index finger as well as the ring finger. I would say anywhere you want to wear it, but that will be less than $2,000 tonight. It's not $19. It's not $18.99. It's only $18.88. You get 10% off. That means $1,699 instead. So $18.88 on TV. You get your extra discount off TV, and then that is for one caller to claim as their own. 2 of our emeralds are left. We've still got the cat's eye moonstone. We have our sea lion with turquoise that I know they're begging me to take now because they want to start melting. We're not going to do that yet. We got to last at least till 8 o'clock. Yes. Oh, what? I was just talking about it. Who is that? Oh my goodness. Well, sea lion, done. Gone. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. Well, I was going to preview, or rather recap it. Now I can't. It's gone. So that means, what do we have left? Pink Diaspore. I've got Pink Diaspore, the Rubellite. We got to show that to you. Is the same mounting as we just saw our oval Tanzanite in. Bye-bye sea lion. He is gone. We've got a couple. Did anybody take the Aqua earrings? Does anyone want to check for me before I put them up there and look like a crazy person? 8935 was the number. I didn't hear about them, but I might be wrong, because, you know, I don't hear about everything. So let me see if those Aqua earrings are still here. If they are, I got to show those again. Got a couple. Yep, they're here. All right, great. We got Aqua earrings here coming up. All right. So let's show you one last call there. It's going to be only $16.99. We're all good there? $16.99, one only. That's it. Big yellow diamond. Look at it on the hand again, because this is not a 70-point look. I have to warn you, if you want a small stone, this is not it. It's a 70-pointer, yes, but it looks far larger than that. So that's going to be a 1 carat plus all day. It looks like the carat 55 I had yesterday. That's what it looks like. I had a pear shape yesterday in a same kind of color. It looks like the carat 55 I had yesterday in a pendant. It really does. But that's what goes. This one is gone. All right, you've got it. Let's recap those earrings. Again, we're moving through the show. We might need some new jewelry out here. I might need to dive into the Friday Night Club TVON stash at this rate, because everything's going. Look at this pair of Aqua earrings. Now, how these lasted their first airing, I have no idea. But I'm happy that somebody's watching now that wasn't watching earlier that's going to say, those are mine. And here's 112-8935. Thank you so much on our sea lion. Thank you so much on our yellow diamond platinum band. I got 2 emeralds left. We got a tansy and a rubellite. Same mounting. Must mean you don't love that mounting, but that's okay. We'll duly noted. We'll just make a little note of that. And we got this carat 20 of Sierra Santa Maria Trillion cut aquas. And then you have the diamond halos in a stud, centered post, butterfly backing, and they are $799. Had them earlier. Now the Aqua ring I had is already, that was spoken for in a jiff. This is your last look at those. I know they're going to go. 3/8 of an inch top to bottom. That beautiful primary piercing type of stud earring that is so just, they're the best color of Aqua out there. Just, you can't get better than that. So we have 25 minutes left to go. Gonna need to take, again, any questions, requests, anything at all that you want to see before we go. It's go time. And here's the ironic part. 3 Tanzanites. I have 6 pieces left from the entire show. And yet 3 of them are Tanzanite. So that makes no sense to me. We've got our Tanzanite oval, our Tanzanite emerald cut, and our Asher in the pendant. Those are here. And then we go to, are you ready for a blue Zircon blowout? Because I got a quick blue Zircon blowout, and I mean exquisite stones. 3 of them. I'm going to start with my absolute favorite, which is the Trillion. It's our last wheel of the night. I wasn't sure if we'd have time. We have plenty of time. So I'm going to start with the blue Zircon in the there it is. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Trillion, double halo. Yes, please. You might remember these pieces because they've all been on the air before. They were $49.99 and more. Let me show you what we have here. This is going to be the emerald cut. Okay, we're getting big time here. Emerald cut, and then I have an oval. This is pretty traditional as well. We're going to go trillion, move aside, then we're going to put the oval right there in the middle and work our way up. So this is just, well, look at those white gold options. Now, we've got some serious blue zircon. I'm going to need some calls here though, and please hurry because you know your favorite's going to be a favorite of somebody else as well. Want to make sure we get all three out the door, and I have no doubt. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. We're going to go through some carat weights here, talk diamond weights as well. That one's going to lean a bit, but we're going to talk trillion cut. That's the carat 90. That's my carat 90 right there. Double halo, 69 points in diamonds. The oval in the middle is the 160. That's got 59 points in diamonds. Then we've got the emerald cut. That is by far the largest stone of the three. That is a 213 emerald cut, 76 points in the diamonds. Which one is your favorite? So blue zircons is not really a stone that you see susceptible to discounting. It's not one that goes on sale. It is a mined out, completely done stone. It is one of the rare in the world. It is when you're shopping here. It is not just any old blue zircon. It is the presentation grade. The best and brightest of blue zircons, the ultimate level in color, double refraction, of course, so they sparkle better than diamonds. They really, literally do. And you've got your choice of gold color on all three. That's the other thing. We're not saying you have to stay in white gold, but that's the way we love to see them. So again, it's an option. Yellow gold's fine, rose gold is fine, but you get your choice of size, gold color, and we're going to ship it to you for free. And all of these $49.99 and up rings are now less. Take a look at this. They are going to be nowhere near that price tag tonight. And we have just moments left, guys. 22 minutes to go. Let me know. This is some of our best for last savings here of the entire day. And we're not doing 49, 39, or 29. You're going to love it. But I know it's going to be fleeting moments here on the line. I mean, you really have got moments to get in because they simply will not last. And they're not even $29.99 a piece. They're not $19.99 a piece. And if that's not really showing you that we're at the end of the show going a little extra crazy low here for the finale, I don't know what does, because we're putting up a very high-end, in-demand, gorgeous stone, and not a one of them is going to be even $19.99. So it's definitely time to dial in. What can I say that hasn't been said? Well, there's a better value coming your way before your 10% takes effect. So that is why you need to hustle to the lines. Be sure and get your favorite one before it's gone to somebody else. That's really key as well. And no, they're not 19. Such values. Such big discounts on everything we're doing. And 1888 is not quite good enough. 1777, nowhere near. I'm going to keep on going. We're going to make this better. And what can we do to get you on the lines? Well, I've been doing it all night long. We're going to keep that going. This is not a time to wait because they're not $16.99, $15.99. It's any one you want, any gold color, any size. And these are all going to be 1 carat 60 or more. So they're really good size. That's our largest. Then we've got, again, don't forget that trillion. That trillion's the 190. That's the 213 in the emerald cut, and right there is the 160. I'm not asking for $15.99. They all got to go. And they will, because they're $1,499 only. That's it. And they are $13.49 at checkout. Now I guess we got to try them on. So that if you're trying to decide, okay, which one do I like the best? I don't know. That's up for you to decide. But if you're going big time, you go with the emerald cut. That's what I would do. That's our 2 carat pluser. Also have the oval, and look at the trillion. Let me put them on the hands side by side by side so you can see them that way and how they compare to each other. So trillion, there's my oval, there's the emerald cut. That's the largest up there. And you just simply tell me which one you like the best. White, yellow, or rose is the setting. That's going to be up to you. And then they're $13.49, and we'll give them 60 seconds. We got to go. That's just not a lot of time left in the show. We want to continue with a couple pieces to recap. If there is anything else we can share with you, show you, what you name it. We're trying to help here. But again, $1,349. Which one? That's all $5,000 pieces and up individually. And now $13.49 for your choice of incredible. And we got 40 seconds remaining with them. So let's take another look at it again. Close up. There's my trillion. Here comes the oval. And then we'll get to the emerald cut as well. So blue zircon blowout. And it goes to show you, I don't know, some night, every night's different, right? I got my Tanzanites here, And you know, I've got my blue zircons here, and there was even a necklace earlier in the show that had about the same size stone. I think it's still here. Let me show that again. It was the carat 30 blue zircon. Let's show that one more time. In case you missed it, it was very early on, about 3 hours ago. Let me make sure you saw that one. That was the carat 30 oval. And that's the necklace. It's going to come with a chain, so that one especially goes with that middle ring, I would say, but really the color's matching, so it'd go with any one of the three you'd like. But that's where you can get the necklace, and the necklace to go with it, well, guess what? That's going to be 15, what was the diamond weight on the necklace? That was going to be accents, 3 points on the diamonds in the necklace. The oval is the 130. It's all in platinum. It comes with the chain, and that's going to be $9.99 for the necklace. So the rings are $14.99. The necklace, that means the pendant, and of course, the fabulous, fabulous chain, all together is $9.99, but $8.99 at checkout. Wonderful. So that is, oh, Kirsten, I'm so glad. Isn't that wonderful? Perfect timing, right? See, that was great. Wonderful. I'm so glad you got what you've been looking for and thinking about for a while. I'm so glad he got a good home. Oh, that's great. Oh, how fun. All right, so $14.99 for the rings, $9.99 for the necklace. It's a pendant and chain and everything. Thank you so much. All right, way to go. Way to go. Okay, so now, are we ready for the last call in the show? We got 17 and a half minutes. Let me know. We got the big diamond band. I've been waiting. I've been saving it. We have our best for last here with that big diamond band coming up, but we need to know which one of the rings or the pendant. Is it just not a blue zircon day? We're not feeling the blues tonight. I like that. That's okay. Blue wings and blue zircons are everything I have left from the show is all my blues. Go figure. I don't know. It's just that you just never know. Any given night, you just don't know what's on the docket. So if you do want any of my blue wings or any of my blue zircons, that is what remains from the show. We still have a diamond band to share with you. No problem. I'll melt the zircons. It's no problem at all. We keep the stones. We keep the diamonds. We melt the gold. All right, let's go for the gold, if you will. This is going to be our iconic diamond band. It's one of the bigger ones we do. I will tell you it's most popular because there's a lot of ways we do diamond bands. Usually it's going to be a combination of either smaller diamonds in a wider band, meaning a lot of small stones put together, or it's going to be larger diamonds in a single band, right? Bigger diamonds, one row. How can we get you both? How can we get you big diamonds in a big band? Well, that's what this ring is all about. This is item number 1110-324. Oldie, but wonderful. I would say oldie but goodie, but no, it's better than good. It's better than good. This is the best. VS Diamonds. I am wearing one. I was wearing that one as a pinky ring when the show started. Love the look. If you want a big pinky ring and a wide band, this is the way to go about it. It's a wow. And it's easy to wear because it's low profile. Look at that. Doesn't actually catch on anything. No sharp edges. The prongs are done inside, essentially. So they're kind of like tucked into the band. So you're not going to have something that's catching and sharp and all that. Let's take a look. It's going to be our 2-carat diamond band. And it goes side to side seamlessly. And this is the beauty of it. Instead of doing big stones in one row, in a narrow band, or small stones in a big band, we're doing both. It's both. It's the big stones in the big band. That's the beauty of it. It's all together, everything you want. There's the yellow, here's the white. Why am I showing them together? Because if you didn't see the backdrop, if you didn't see any of this gold that's over the top, if we weren't giving you this bird's eye view perspective, you wouldn't know which is which. So that means, look at that. Do they look similar? No, they look identical. When you see those, you cannot tell which is which. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. And that goes to show you that if you're saying, I love yellow gold, Lolo, this is my dilemma. I love yellow gold, because I'm right there with you. I do too. But I've heard you say once, twice, or 100 billion times that white diamonds look better in white gold. Well, we've solved that issue. You get the gold you want, and if you're obsessed with yellow gold like I am, because yellow gold is what we're obsessing over now, because gold is very expensive, and when it's at historical highs, we want people to think we're wearing gold, and not sterling and not platinum, because platinum is only valued at a third the price of gold right now. So we want to show we're wearing gold. The point is, you're not taking away from the beautiful white diamonds just because they're set in yellow gold. They're still going to look as bright white as ever, because they are just as bright white as ever, and there's that white rhodium underneath. So even when you're going yellow gold from the inside and the outside and the back and all that, you've still got the diamonds showing up and shining as they should. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to offer this one more time. This price tag is about to go up. Next time we make it, expect a very different price tag. It's your everyday go-to, men's or ladies, wide enough to be worn by if you have a bigger ring size or if you just really like big diamonds. This is the one you wear because that pave is seamless and set perfectly, and no matter, look at that, there's the yellow gold, tapers down, but not to such a slight gold weight that you're gonna wear through it. Trust me, you won't. And then that's what you have, the great finishing on the inside, but enough access to clean those diamonds because you wanna clean your diamonds back and front as you wear it. It is going to be our better than $5,999 value, and that's where it should be going forward next time we see it. Aren't we glad we're watching right now? End of the show is here. We've got 13 minutes. And there's a reason that this one has been saved for this grand finale. And here it is where it's better than $5,999 when the workmanship alone, the labor alone should run you more than what I'm asking for this incredible ring tonight. This is your moment. This is when you need to be dialed in. Let me show you a couple ways to wear it because, yeah, if you want a really bold pinky ring, it works that way. I will show this one here on the pinky. I will show you the more traditional way to wear it as well on the ring finger side by side. So once again, you can see there is no difference in the way they look unless you're looking through the side profile or from the back. It's the only way to see what actual gold color they're set in because those white bright diamonds are standing out as white bright diamonds. So yellow gold, white gold, yellow gold, that's different sizes, which is why I'm wearing them. I honestly wish I had a size 6.5 and a size 7 and I would stack them all the way across the hand because I'm loony like that. I love to do that. I oftentimes get more than one of something I love and stack them this way. When everyone else is stacking down, I like to stack across. I think it's a great look. And again, affordable enough to where you can do whatever you wish, but get it tonight because it's going up in price because it's going up in value. And as you wear it and enjoy it, your ring will be going up in value. And you didn't have to spend $6,000 or half that at $3,000. And you're not spending, even $29.99 tonight for a band that if it were just plain gold. If you were to take out the diamonds, it would be beautiful, but it would be a little bit more MEH. We don't really, it's okay. It's a gold band. It's a gold band that's worth a lot of money. Remember what a 2mm gold band is going for right now? $7,000 to $8,000 for a 2mm men's wedding band. That's teeny. It's really skinny. This is not 2mm. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a measurement because off the top of my head, I don't remember. So I'm going to just measure it for you. But that is not a 2mm band. It's probably more like 6 or 7 millimeters, maybe more, maybe 7, 8. It's going to be measured for you, but the whole thing is it's covered in big diamonds. Not small diamonds. There aren't 200 diamonds. It's all bigger diamonds. They're really big, 3-row style, set meticulously together. And it just goes to show you, if you've got the right jewelers, they can pave the larger stones. They can still do pave with larger stones, and you're seeing that there. And it's not going to be $29.99. This would be your last call. And as promised, let me get my millimeter gauge and show you how wide that band is from a distance away. These are different ring sizes. That's like a size 5 or 4, whatever, somewhere in that neighborhood. This is like a size 6. So that's why they look a little different because they're different ring sizes, but this is the millimeter size. So I just measured the millimeter of the width of that band. And that's going to be a millimeter size of, it looks like it's 8, 7.5 or 8, 7.5 millimeters. Well, there you go. I said 7 to 8, there you go, 7.5. 7.5 millimeters wide, and it's not $29.99. 2mm band, $7,000 to $8,000. 7.5 millimeter band, covered in 2 carats in VS diamonds, not even $3,000, not even $29.99, not even $2,500. This is going to light up our phone lines. These are the investments you make once and you wear forever. Let's think about that. One investment on July 10th, 2025. Because it is still the 10th. I'm so used to be, I would have to talk about it's this day on the West Coast and it's this day on the East Coast, but it's still the 10th. So here's the deal, guys. July 10th, 2025, you make one purchase on one ring, you wear it forever and ever and ever. It's probably going to be your favorite piece in gold and diamonds that you own because besides maybe the significance of an engagement ring or a wedding set, this is certainly that quality of VS, the bigger, chunkier diamonds, the big band that you're getting that is still so easy to wear. It's not sitting up too high. It's not obtrusive. It's not catching on things. It is just flawlessly executed to be perfectly wearable and comfortable and all the things we need it to be, while it's also a sheer giveaway right now tonight, and it's not $24.99. Take a look at this. We've got white, yellow, and rose, by the way. In your size, you can go true to size on this one and don't pay $24. The lines are busy. Why wouldn't they be? I can't hide these values. They are obvious to everybody. They are obvious to the world, and becoming, as everybody else starts charging more and more, I think our values are becoming even more really, truly obvious, well-known, and talked about. And they should, because we're not asking 24 or 23 or 22. No, we're going big diamonds here. These are not merely accent stones. And you're not paying 22 or 21 or $2,000. This has got to be the value of the entire event. And we're already busy. I have 3 already gone out, and I don't know which color everybody's getting, but I know we're cutting into quantity big time, and we'll make it $1,999. That means you are going, and you're going to save an extra $200. You got about 8 minutes left to do that tonight, and you're going to save $200 extra. You get it for $17.99 for the band. And this is where 2 carats in diamonds, I'm sorry, no way to do that in VS Natural Diamonds from the earth at that kind of price. And there's nothing else like it. $17.99, only a couple to go around because it's very popular already. Want to make sure you get in on these values before they're gone forever. That's the key. Another one. Now, white gold's been popular tonight. We have a few gone in the white gold already. You're taking the yellow gold, all right? Yellow gold, thank you. Marsha's got a yellow gold as well. Thank you so much. Well done. It's time to move on here shortly, though. We got our last call on the show, and we are exceedingly busy on these phone lines. I don't even think, guys, we're going to have time for anything else if this stays popular, and it will, because as more and more people think about it and go, wait a minute, $17.99 for 2 carats in diamonds, and they're VS and they're big individual stones, and they go side to side no matter what size I'm going to get. Yes, yes, yes. And it's the same gold color that whatever you want, you get for the same price. You're getting the sizing done by us for you. You're getting the shipping done by us for you. So it is a time to definitely be on those phone lines. And don't forget, Friday night, we're back to do it again tomorrow in just a few hours, 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern. We've got a Friday night party. It's called Club TVON. And I'll be your DJ. Not your guest DJ, I'm the resident DJ, but still, it's, you know, the residencies, they're the good ones anyways, right? They're the one, yeah. So when you let them take over the club every single Friday night, they gotta be good. So we're gonna be spinning on the 1s and 2s with values tomorrow night. Be sure and join us, and get your requests in too, because I'm taking requests all the time. So that's the beauty of it. Boy, are we busy on these phone lines. Who's got yours over there, Jason? You're taking one in yellow gold, I like it. Who is that? Thank you so much. Barbara's got a yellow gold. What about you? Joanna, are you taking one too? Wonderful. We got another one going out. Thank you so much. Who is that? Thank you so much. I like it. Well, they're going to stay anonymous, and that's okay too. We are good to go, guys. If you want a last call, this is it. 6 minutes left to go. Big grand finale of our Thursday night. What fun it's been. If you have any questions on anything you've seen in the show, you got some blue zircons and got some tanzanites. If it's blue, it's here. If it's not, it's not. Pretty much that's the story of the night on this Thursday. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Probably a coincidence, but who knows? Who knows? We're not feeling the blues tonight, that's for sure. With these kind of values, you should be feeling excited, feeling good, feeling like we have hit the actual jackpot of jewelry buys here tonight. We're going to keep it going. We got a summer sale to go on tomorrow night for our Friday night. I hope you'll join me. Stop in when you can, or better yet, be with us for the entire 3 hours, because it is a party and it just goes on and on. Then we've got our weekend shows. Don't forget about our weekend shows that happen during the day, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. We got 3 hours with you on Saturday and Sunday as well. And that's always a party. And don't forget, I'm actually going to preview something right now that is a little sneak peek for our Thursday night audience. A big value coming up on Saturday morning. Just remember, if it's Saturday, the 12th, you need to be here, especially if you are one of the lovers of yellow diamonds. Look at, ooh, what is happening? We are going to have a new yellow diamond band with those big, big, big cushion cuts coming up on Saturday morning. So you guys are getting first sneak peek at it. Those are huge diamonds. They're not just your 1/5 of a carats either. I've done that before. They're bigger. Last call on the show. What can we help you with? You've got a yellow gold too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Harold's getting a yellow gold. Did you have Robert? Okay, so Robert's getting a yellow gold as well. I thought so. That's what I was overhearing over there. Well done. Congratulations. Again, anything else you want to ask about from the show? We are here to answer those questions as we are just about to finish up our evening here. 4 minutes remaining. This is extremely popular. Want to make sure you have a chance to get one if you're at all on the fence. Let me tell you something about our diamonds, because I know we have new shoppers. Most new shoppers here at TVON start with white diamonds. And some people who are veteran shoppers who've been shopping for a decade or more, sometimes they just start and stick with diamonds because it's where such an obvious value is. And we know when I started in this business, of course, we weren't talking about lab grown like we are today, where that's primarily all you had the option to purchase out and about are lab grown stones. We're going to show you, and I know this is the question now, and I never thought I'd be saying this on the air because I never thought we would have lab-grown diamonds get to the popularity they are, where they're pretty much everywhere. But that question comes up a lot. You see our prices and you realize, but that's the pricing I see on lab-grown, so why isn't she disclosing that that's what that is? They're not lab-grown. And it's something I'm going to have to continue to harp on, because as you're seeing pretty much lab-grown take over the jewelry world and arena, and you're noticing the prices on lab-grown are usually at or more than what we're asking for the natural real deal. That is why this is so incredible. And the popularity of lab grown is really driven by the fact that most people just can't afford to get into good quality. Isn't that the selling point behind lab grown is, hey, we know you can't afford the good stuff, so here's the good stuff man-made. And it's still pricey, but hey, it's better than buying the real thing in real life for a great quality. We say, well, yeah, but those people don't know about TVON. Because if they did, they would know there is a way to get that higher quality and get it in a precious metal like gold, that is the most highly, highly, highly important metal right now by far, and actually save more than you will in a lot of cases buying that lab-grown material that has no worth. And it doesn't, and that's a fact. So that's the thing. It may kind of resolve an issue for those that want a higher quality that can't afford it in retail, but when you've got TVON on your side and you've got knowledge that they're RVS diamonds like we do here at the values we offer, you don't need to go that route. And I think that's really important. So just a reminder to anybody who is brand new going, oh, so that must be lab grown, but hey, at least they're doing it in gold instead of sterling silver or plated metals. We're not doing lab grown, and we don't have any lab grown here. So I need to keep saying that, because that question is what I'm confronted with on most days now is, wow, those are some really good values on lab grown diamonds, when no, they are not lab grown diamonds. They are the VS best quality in natural diamonds, which is actually the ones gaining in value every single day, which is why when you have a chance to get 2 carats worth at $17.99 like you do tonight, it's one that would be very, very difficult to leave behind. And that's why I'm hoping you won't do that with our final minute left to get it. And by the way, we only have 2 left right now. I don't care what gold color, they're not all set yet, so that means it's open to your gold color of choice. We had a lot of rose gold going out earlier in a diamond necklace. I encourage you to get rose gold as well if you'd like to. You may, but that's the thing. This is a limited thing. If you call tomorrow morning, it ain't gonna be here. You call tomorrow night, I'll be here, but these rings will not. So you have 55 seconds to look at it on the air and evaluate it, and just imagine it on your finger, and then in a couple of days it arrives, and you're going to be loving it, and it's arriving in your size, in your gold color choice, and you got the value of a lifetime in diamonds. So that is our last call. We'll be here 35 seconds on the air. We're going to be here for a few minutes after that on the phone lines, answering your calls, taking any orders, helping you with any questions you might have from the evening of jewelry items. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. I'm back with you tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 Central Time, and 8 p.m. Eastern. I hope you'll join me. We'll have a little Friday night party together. Can't wait to see you then. Have a wonderful rest of your night tonight. Thank you so much for watching and shopping with us here at TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. And again, tomorrow night, Club TVON, can't miss it. 5 o'clock. Be here right at the start. We've got an incredible show and a great weekend to kick off tomorrow night. I'll see you then, everybody. Good night.